What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up, man? This is the first time me and Rod and we got the homie True here. We don't normally do live reaction live streams, so I'm not we not streamers. I'm not cussing that. I'm not that. You know what
We're not the
I'm
Twitch guys.
We not the Twitch guys, so we don't. This is our first time doing it this way. You feel me? Normally we have a show. This is just really just being on live with the homies, man. So what is up, man? How y'all boys doing, man? True,
Good,
what's
good,
up, baby?
good. Hanging in there, getting ready to see what's going on with this, this draft. We'll see what we do. We'll see
Yes,
what we don't do.
You are a Dolphin. Now, first things first. We got quite a ways before we get there because the Dolphins picked 13th. So we just gonna be reacting to all the picks in real time, and then once we get to the Dolphin pick, we're gonna go ahead and dissect that pick. I want to get your thoughts, Rod. I want to get your thoughts, True, just to get the pulse of the culture of Dolphin Nation and see what it is going to become of the 2025 Miami Dolphins. We got the draft going on right now, man. So we're gonna go ahead and react to every pick. But in the meantime, we're gonna have conversations. We're gonna chop it up, man. We want full participation from the chat. If you want to get on live, let me know. I will send you the link, man. So we want everybody to be a part of this. This is a party. We just vibing. We relaxing. We just kicking it, man. So, how do y'all feel about this draft, man?
How do I feel about the draft?
How do you feel about the draft, Rod? Yes.
I mean, let's go. Let's go, Dolphins. Yay.
Y'all can't be this broken, man. Y'all can't be this broken, man.
Oh, we broke it.
Herbie, bro. Herbie, you know what it is, man? It's like Groundhog Day, bro. It's just reliving the same nightmare day after day after day, year after year, man. But look, it's the draft. It's a happy occasion. We'll see what we do. Maybe I like the pick, man. We'll see, right?
We'll see. This is the thing I hate about the draft, though, right? Like, we all know that Cam Ward is going number one, bro. Stop wasting our time. Just go, bro. Like,
put the pick in.
Yeah, get this shit over with, bro.
It would be hilarious though if Travis Hunter was picked, right? If the Titans just threw everybody for a curveball.
That would be wild. That would be wild.
That would send the entire draft into disarray.
The whole state of Nevada would riot, bro. All of them scammers out there in Nevada would be blowing Roger Goodell's face off, dog. Like that's one of the it's one of the dirty secrets of the NFL and sports in general, bro. Like Las Vegas knows for a reason. Las Vegas puts those odds out for a reason. Like, they're not in it to lose money. They know what's going on. They talking to these people. They're sharing this information. They have full confirmation from the Tennessee Titans that Cam Ward is going number one. That's why I think he's like a minus 1,000 or something like that. They don't set them lines for no reason, man. So that's how
those casinos are built,
Exactly.
right? That's how everything is built there,
That's how everything
house wins.
Is built there. The house wins.
You do gotta love how they just take all the time. It's like, bro, come on, man.
Come on, bro. Like, I know y'all got to sell ads. I know y'all got to fill up time, and you got to get your commercials and all of that, bro. We get it, dog. But damn, bro, like shit, man. So, in the meantime, while we got the picks going on, man, let's have something to talk about, which is I want to get you guys' thoughts on this Shannon Sharp stuff, bro. So, me and Rob, we already talked about it on the Monday pod, bro. So, True, we didn't get your opinion, we didn't get your thoughts, so we're gonna go ahead and start with you. Take us through your day when you found out all the Shannon Sharp stuff happened.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the Monique interview that I saw that he had her on, and I immediately thought of that. I mean, he talks, and this is not a shot at him, but it's just what it is. He speaks a lot about other people being messy and things like that, and it's like, yo, my man, or his grandma says this and grandma says that, and like you put yourself in a crazy situation right now with, like, you got so much more to lose. And I know, listen, who am I to judge on what you're doing on your own time or whatever? But come on. I don't have that much going on in my life. And I'm not trying to judge, but it is what it is. Like, it's kind of, you just hate to see someone who's doing so well. When he left the whole Skip thing, I thought it was an upgrade because, he goes to ESPN. He's got his night thing with Ocho. He's got his his own Shay Club and all that. And it's like, you have so much more to lose, my dude. And it's kind of like, it's just, and then it's kind of like, all right, you're the last one that needs to throw shade or try to tell someone what they need to do. And you know what I mean? When we open your closet, you got all these skeletons going on. And I'm not even saying that that he's guilty or whatever, but you put yourself in that position, and for that, that's tough. That's a tough thing, and that's how I see it. I personally don't care what happens because that's not my own life.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
it's just like, damn, you saw he just he's taking a break from ESPN, whether that was him or they told him, yo, you out, buddy, or take a time out. But now it's gotten way more messier, and it's kind of messed up, But
Bro, listen, man. One of the number one rules in life, especially for somebody who actually has something, like, and that's something about men. Like a man, even if a man doesn't have much, we hate to lose what we have. CYA, cover your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like Shannon, bro. Like you should have known better, dog. Especially when you're an older guy dealing with a younger woman. What you think? She just like you think she just thinks you're hot? Like she knows your status. She knows what you represent.
who you
Like,
are,
you know what
right?
I'm saying? Like, bro, you gotta move with sense, bro. Like, if an NDA was supposed to be involved, the moment she decided to say no, clear it, keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, look what happened now. It has come back to bite you. You got your bag in jeopardy. You got to step away from ESPN. They say you may be back during the preseason, but who knows what details or how much more messy this could get.
Word.
And then they already know that you tried to settle the case. And
Yeah.
she realized that she could probably get more money out of you. She didn't want to settle for that 10 mil. She was like, nah, I want to hit harder. And hell hath no hurry. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Like
You all
a
heard this.
woman scorn, man. That is
Hell hath no fury. And
that is the scariest phrase that any man who's actually dealt with women and you had a serious relationship has to understand. When we hear that, because I heard that my entire life growing up, I didn't get it. Obviously, I didn't have the frame of reference. I didn't have the social experience. I didn't have life experiences
Word.
to understand that. I could process the information that you're saying. Hell have no fury like a woman scorned. A woman scorned, hell have no fury. Okay, I guess she's mad. Oh no, it is. There's different levels of mad. There's you pissed me off, and there is you hurt me. So I'm going to do everything in my power to hurt you. And there's the most dangerous person on a woman. The most dangerous person on the planet is a woman that you got to that point because they're always gonna have the side of sympathy. So they could take it as far as they want to. They can take it as far as they want to because in their back pocket they have public. They're gonna have public sympathy because they feel like, oh, you a man, you did something to drive a person to that point. No matter how grimy it is, how bad it is, no matter what. Seeing Shannon have sex on IG Live should not get to this point.
That's another thing, right?
Like
that's really the catalyst for this, bro.
This man's media empire is going to fall apart potentially because his side bitch found out that he was cheating on him when everybody found this out. Melissa baby. This is hilarious. Like, I'm sorry, but this is so stupid that the only thing we can do is laugh at it. She got so mad because she found out, like we all found out, that he's out here fucking Melissa. And then what happened? She said, I'm going to start recording phone calls of this dumb motherfucker.
Yep.
I'm going to say things to get a reaction out of him because I know I'm recording it. Like, if you hear the audio when he's saying, don't use that word manipulated, you know how I feel about the word. She knows what that would do because she's recording this conversation. This shit is so grimy, so calculated, so nasty, and I can't feel bad for this dumbass.
Exactly.
Oh, what?
Ward just went one.
No, bro. The Jacksonville Jaguars traded to get the number 2.
Oh wow.
Okay,
I missed
the
that one.
draft
Right.
starts at number 2.
That's the draft.
Wow.
You can never predict the draft. So who does Jacksonville want that bad?
Bro, you know it got to be Travis Hunter. It's either Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. It's either Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. We'll see. That's crazy. That is nuts.
So wait, Cleveland went back to what? Where the Jaguars?
Cleveland went back to 5
5?
because Jaguars had 5.
Also, Cleveland didn't care about Travis. They were like, fuck it.
They must. I'm waiting for the details to come up. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the details. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Wow.
Cam Ward. Oh, here it is. Browns receive a 5th overall pick, a 1st round, 36th overall pick, 2nd round, 4th round pick, and then a 2026
damn.
1st rounder.
God damn.
They got them a nice little ransom, dog.
What are they going to do with that, though? I mean,
True that.
There's another team.
Wait. They gave up this year's 2nd.
The Jags.
Yeah, what did they give up again? Because that's pretty insane.
They gave up their they gave up the 2nd overall pick. They gave up their 4th round pick, and I think 6th round pick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see here. All right, yeah, I'm flabbergasted. All right, so back to what I was saying though, yo, bro. Like the fact that all of this is the catalyst for this was an IG live that we all had fun with, we all had jokes behind, and then months later to come to find out that this is what it actually led to. So
then he was promoting that red pill shit. I think that was a stage thing to promote his advertising on that. Now,
whether it was staged or not, it still has ruined his life.
No, I understand that, which was
yeah.
I think it was a stage bad move.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
it's like, really, dude, you that thirst? You got mad bags. What are you doing?
Yeah, like what are the odds that like how do you just accidentally go live while you fucking?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on.
Let's be serious, dog.
I mean,
come on. We all let it slide at the time.
Nah,
we all let it slide.
He probably had the phone on the bed doing his thing, and he's recording his. But I think it was staged.
There's too many buttons you got to press to go live, fucking on IG Live.
Yeah, see, I've never gone live on IG.
There's too many steps involved.
All right, I'll take your word.
Because now you gotta log into your IG Live, then you gotta go to your story, then you got.
Oh wow! See, I ain't know all that.
No, you're right. You're right.
Bro.
You were right. He was probably trying to promote. Neither what's to call it. You know, say, hey man, no. In 2025, pretty much the 2020s.
Because then I kept seeing ads with him promoting that rock
yeah.
hard all night, and I'm like, yo, that was totally staged. Or at least I thought. I don't know.
Okay, so the Browns got the 2nd and 4th round picks, and then they got next year's 1st. Okay, hey, that's not that bad. That's not outrageous. Like that's normally what it goes in for. All right, the pick is in. Let's see who they got, man. Let's see who they are taking.
Already, bro. Everybody's mock drafts just went to shit. Just right away.
Everybody's mock draft went to shit. Absolutely.
No, that's an interesting move. I wouldn't saw that one coming.
Nah, so who y'all think going? Who y'all think?
I think who
Hunter,
said
right?
Hunter? Yeah. I mean,
it's got to be. He's the one. He's the generational player of this draft.
Well, again, we just said they're everyone's mock went to hell, right? But Hunter is supposed to be the best player on the board, right? You know,
or
trophy winner.
It's him or Carter.
Right.
It's him or Carter.
And Carter's a beast. Don't get me wrong.
No, yeah, I agree with that.
I would prefer.
I'm surprised the Browns passed up on a chance to pair him with Myles Garrett, though.
That's what I said. I said.
You could have had Myles Garrett and Abdul Carter on the same line.
Based off of his reaction, I think it's Travis Hunter. They're starting to show him. So yeah, it's looking like Travis Hunter.
I mean, they just paid Garrett big bucks, right? So are they? I mean, I know your 1st round draft pick. It's a controlled contract. Got it.
Well,
Trees, stop. What's up,
Trees, what up, baby? What's going on, man? Are you trying to hop on? Let us know.
But I agree with that. I was like, ooh, Garrett with Carter. I was like, that could be scary. But you know.
I always love draft when they show the war room. Everybody's high fiving and stuff. Like there's no, what you high fiving for? What Did you actually get somebody that can help you?
It's like they have a crystal ball in the room. Like, oh, we have a Hall of Famer. You don't know.
Like, I don't blame them because what else were you supposed to do? But I always do find it funny, bro. Like, they act like they just hit the lottery, bro. It's like, all right, man, cool, man. All right, cool. All right, they are about to come out. Let's see who it is. I'm not going to lie. Ever since they started doing the stuff with the draft, as far as taking it from different places, because it used to be a radio music hall in New York, and then they started taking it places. This looks crazy in Green Bay. Like, this looks incredible. You see that? It's
crazy packed, right?
This is incredible.
It looks dope.
Title Town, baby. That's what they call it.
All right, man. What we got?
The pick is
damn, bro. Look, get on with it, man. Jesus, man. Oh, man. All right. While they're doing that, man, I gotta look at some of these texts, man. So, True, what's your thoughts on Baby Gravy, man? Let's just throw it out there. What's your thoughts on Baby Gravy? How do you feel about Baby Gravy as a colloquialism, my guy?
No, that whole everything was just crazy. Like, I felt bad, like embarrassed almost, like in a weird way for dude and all that, It's like, fuck.
The new text messages are damning too, dog.
Yeah, that was funny what y'all said though. You think you spitting, and next thing you know, you look back, you're like, I said that? Like, damn.
You think you going crazy.
You had me dying with that.
Listen, man, when the horn demons get you, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, you
on top of the world.
What? Like, that was
and you know what be funny is like you don't realize how corny that shit is, bro. You like, nah, like you once that post nut hit, bro, you like, nah, there's no way I thought I could get that one off. Like, I really said that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
damn, I was that thirsty.
She went for it, so it ultimately is cool, but I'm disappointed in myself. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
yo, that little girl, man.
Yeah,
they have you crazy doing things.
Listen, no disrespect, but if a girl repeatedly tells me I want you to put a big black baby in me, I'll be like, all right, I don't need to be dealing with this person.
Man, bro, isn't that creepy? Like, he didn't get creeped out by that, dog. That doesn't turn me on.
All right, the pick just came in, man. Travis Hunter is going to Jacksonville. Yeah, he's going to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville said, we got to have you, my boy.
I'm happy for him because, he's a Florida boy, bro. He went to school in Tallahassee, so he's going to be right down the street. So, yeah.
Oh, man. He's
vibing.
All right.
Yeah, man. All right, so how y'all feel about Jacksonville with Travis Hunter, man?
Well, here's the way I look at it, Herbie. I mean, Trevor Lawrence was obviously a quarterback who struggled last year, despite what his little mob of fans will tell you. He struggled. Yeah, some of the receivers dropped passes, but you're pairing Travis Hunter with Brian Thomas Jr. If they're using him as a receiver, that's my assumption. They're drafting him to help out Trevor Lawrence, help out the offense. So given his potential, Herbie, pairing that with Brian Thomas, who we know is a stud, this is a good move for him, I think. I don't know what else their needs were. I don't know how bad they needed O-line. I'm pretty sure they needed some offensive line. So I don't know.
Listen, bro. If you got opportunity to get Travis Hunter, man, you take Travis Hunter.
I'm all about best player available, Herb. So they did what I
said. For sure. All right, man. We got some comments, man. The boy JPS, man. Jacksonville still gonna suck. You got no disagreement from me, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
You got no disagreement from me.
That's
and terrible career choice. Well, he didn't choose it. They chose him. So that's the nature of the draft. You don't really got a choice, man. So it is what it is. I ain't gonna hold you the way this shit looking, boy. We might not make it to this damn Dolphins pick, bro. It's already been 30 minutes, nigga. We only 3 picks in.
Yeah, right.
They mutting it.
They milked this, man.
They milking this one.
How much time do you think he plays on both sides of the ball?
That's a great question. So let's actually explore that. Let's actually have a conversation about that. So
because you got a number one with Thomas, who's nice.
Absolutely. So this is just me. This is me again. I'm just a dude at his house talking football, right?
Yo,
so
same thing. Having a beer.
Facts.
I just can't envision a world where you play wide receiver and you moonlight at corner. it's just there's too much communication that goes on defense where you got to know what everybody else is doing. Otherwise, you are going to be a weak link. And if they find out that you are a weak link, they're going to attack you. And not saying that you can't hold up on your own, but if you are not on the same page with your safety, with the linebackers, back there, you think you doing you think you doing cover 3, and it's really single high. You feel me? There's a whole gap. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's so much communication that goes on defense where I just think you have to be a corner and then play moonlight on wide receiver versus playing wide receiver and then going in corners. If that makes sense. I know it's kind of long-winded.
No, it makes perfect sense. I mean, Herbie, the NFL is the max level of the sport.
Word.
So obviously the amount of time, think about this, Herbie. Look at the amount of time each position group spends on just their position group. The wide receivers in the wide receiver room, the quarterback in the quarterback's room. Now, I don't know how much time is divided for film study and things like that. But dude, to overload yourself, especially as a rookie, maybe he starts with receiver and maybe down the line he switches or something like that. But I don't think he's gonna play both sides. I wouldn't advise that he plays both sides. Now, if he is able to grasp both offense and defense, then hey, I mean, when contract time comes up, it's gonna be interesting. But I don't see him playing both.
Go ahead, Drew.
Again, I think he's. I don't know I didn't see them drafting him or moving up to take him, but considering I have a number 1 receiver, do I really need him at a number 2? I think you could fill that number 2 with, another. I think they're going to play him defense more. Is he going to play as much? Like Ross said, this is next level. Like, this is the elites of the elites. He's no way going to be playing that much time on both sides of the ball like he might have in college or obviously the level below that. Is he going to, I think they'll have packages for him.
But, yeah, for sure.
But not like at that extent level.
Full-fledged, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and if he can, shout out to you, dude. That's great. But teams will come at him too. Like, teams will come at him. There's no, I don't think so anyway. But I think he was, between him and Carter, the best players in the draft. So, I mean, I wasn't seeing him going to Jacksonville moving up. But hey, I mean, Jacksonville can't get out of their own ways too sometimes. So
yeah, but I don't blame Jacksonville. Like, if you literally there's never been anybody in a draft like him, right? Like, so if you get the opportunity to bet on that kind of talent, go for it. My only thing is you got hurt both years at Colorado. You got hurt your sophomore year, you got hurt your junior year. And that's at Colorado against, wasn't the Pac-12. Who they played? The Big 12. That's not, like, you got hurt against them dudes, and they're not even the SEC or the Big 10 level of competition or physicality or strength or size. And you got hurt both years. I remember the first year he got hit at Colorado State. I think he missed like 6 games after that, four games.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So this is a saying, but it's been proven to be true for the most part. If you get hurt in college, you get hurt in the NFL.
We know that better than anybody, True. We seen that shit with Tua.
You get hurt more, man. All right, man. Giants had taken Abdul Carter. Yeah, they weren't playing no games. We said we're not playing no games.
I think that's a good pick. I'm up in Giant country, so a lot of my G-men, brothers, shout out to Dutch and C Black, they were like, yo, Carter, especially Black, and he's right. They need some defensive help there too, especially in that division with the champs, the Redskins. Shout out to my sister; she's a big Redskin fan too.
I love how we still call them the Skins, dog.
Yo, she refuses to call them the whatever they are. She's like, nah, the Redskins. I like this pick though. Very good. Off the edge.
Yep. Nah, dude. Abdul Carter is a beast. Dog.
Monster. Word. I like it. The Giants are my football cousins growing up here in Jersey. I gotta just say. So respect to the G-man.
Hey, JPS, you funny, bro.
I got to get to this comment before I get my thoughts on this right here. Not gonna lie, watching Roger Goodell ride that bike on stage had me wanting to drop kick him. I hate him. That's rough.
Oh wow,
that's aggressive.
Tell me how you feel.
That's aggressive. I've never wanted to drop kick somebody off of a bike, man, just on the side of him, right? Man. Hey, shout out to the homie Randy, man. Randy, new generation LT, man. So let's focus in on the Abdul Carter pick. I think what people fail to realize, like, we want to get all we want to try to make football more complicated and sophisticated and blah blah blah. The reality of the thing is, man, football is fundamentally about can you stop these dudes from throwing the ball and running the ball, and it's always been about pass rushers, dog. Like what he said, new generation LT. The Eagles best team in the league last year. You want to know what they did? They said we're gonna run the ball and we're gonna hit you with a bunch of pass rushers, bro. That's it. It's a tried and true thing that's been going on for
Look at
60
what
years
they
in
did
the
to the defending
NFL.
champs, bro. Look
Word.
at how that formula played out. You going up against a generational Hall of Fame quarterback, and what do? You make him look like an average guy,
Punch him in
right?
the mouth.
So, I mean, you can never go wrong picking high-end defensive talent.
No.
All right, now we getting a little too aggressive, man. HTTR, no, we not doing
That's
that.
my
all right?
sister, yo.
We not doing that, all right? The Cowboy fan
Shout
in
out
me
to
is
sis.
not going for that, man. Shout out to sis, but the Cowboy fan in me, like there has to be levels to this, all right? But shout out to sis, man. That one, I listen, the Cowboy fan is still dormant, right? Sometimes, like a sleeper agent, something can wake it up.
Sis woke it up.
Hypnosis, man. Hypnosis.
Because HTTR is old school. That's
Word,
like old.
yo, yeah.
So when I see that, I think of 70s
The
Cowboys,
Hogs.
Redskins, the Hogs. Like when we was really, it was Crips and Bloods back then, bro.
Word.
So that's how, yeah.
Cowboys
but,
and Indians.
man, appreciate everybody in the chat right now, man. Appreciate, hey, True, you
chat
be
jumping
bringing them
today,
out, man. True, you bring them out, man. Bring them out,
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right,
that's
so
funny.
yeah, I don't like this though. I don't need more good pass rushers in my division.
Oh,
like
that's true. That's true.
I just feel like my division has said, you know what? We only want pass rushers, bro. So we got a pass rusher. The Eagles got nothing but pass rushers. The Giants have nothing but pass rushers. Giants got Kayvon Thibodeau too, and they got Dexter Lawrence.
Yep.
So, like, that's the division of pass rushers this season, bro. Like,
terrorize quarterbacks. Can't go wrong.
But that's the way to build it,
Can't
right?
go wrong.
That's to build it inside out. Unlike what we do, as we go the opposite way. Which,
all right, so now we are at pick 4. This is basically where we said, well, we thought this is where the draft started. We nobody foresaw the Jaguars, trading up and whatnot. Actually, no, we got pick 4, because now we're gonna see what the Patriots do.
I mean, Herbie, more than likely with this pick, they're either gonna get Will Campbell. I've seen a mock or two where they say Josh Simmons. Because he is a talented offensive lineman, but he's coming off of an injury, which is why he fell. But they probably go Will Campbell here, Herbie. Because there's no, listen, Drake May is, he has potential. I hate to say it, he's a Patriot. Like, trust me, I wouldn't say this if I didn't believe it. But from what I've seen, I like what I saw from him last year, Herbie. And the smart move, get him some protection, because that offensive line last year was dreadful, especially at the tackle position.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, Rod.
Yo,
coming to the process, Will Campbell was universally loved. Like, everybody was like, Will Campbell. And then they had the combine and it showed that he has T-Rex arms. And then everybody is starting to not doubt him, but the pristine on Will Campbell is definitely not as high as it was coming into the process. I've been watching more film on him too, and I know we just did a video. We had an old episode where you really like him and stuff like that. But now that more and more people are starting to cool off of Will Campbell and saying, "Hey, yeah, we know that he didn't give up a sack, but if you really dig into the film, there were signs that he might have to slide inside, right?" And the reason why I set the question up that way is, can you really take a guy who might potentially be a guard with the 4th overall pick? Like, and I'm asking you, Rod.
For me, Herbie, you also got to understand too that the reason why I wanted Will Campbell was to make him a guard. I think in the NFL he would suit better as a guard, because at tackle there were times where he got manhandled a little bit. There were times like he has his losses, right? But ultimately, if the Patriots feel like he is their best tackle, if he's the best guy on the board for them, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at them for it. I know a lot of people have kind of slid on
Hold
there.
on, Rod. Hold on. Let's not. And I apologize to cut you off, but I see we got a whole bunch of Giants fans in the building, bro. So let's go back to the Carter conversation, right? And then once we get to the Patriots, we'll transition back, man. So, Abdul Carter, if he ends up being Michael Parsons light, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be very mad.
I mean,
Like,
that potential is there.
the potential
For
is there.
sure.
Like,
For
his
sure.
his speed, his get off, his bend. I'm
Yup.
just like, oh my God, this is. So when I knew, and this is why I hate the Patriots, dog. Like, the Patriots could have avoided all of this dumb shit. They should have had the number 1 pick. Man, shout out to Mars in the building. Jesse. Oh, my bad.
Sis.
Mars
My
in the
sis.
building.
Hey, the sister show.
Hey, bang, 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 bang.
Let's go, True. You got fam in the building.
Word.
I just find it hilarious that the chain reaction of football, right? One little thing could completely change the entire draft. Jacoby Brissett, not Jacoby Brissett. Not Jacoby Brissett. The dude that they had as the coach of
Jared Mayo.
Gerard Mayo, going out on his shield, giving a giant middle finger to the Patriots organization, and winning that game.
That's right.
Completely changed everything. The Patriots went from the first overall pick down to 4th, and they went from 1st to 4th in a 3-pick draft, dog. Really 2. So, yeah, I just find it hilarious. Oh, we got the pickers in, man. We're going to find it out right now, too.
Let's see what our
it's a Will
rivals
Campbell.
will do, True.
Will Campbell.
Yeah, not surprised.
I can't be mad at that.
Dog, he do got short arms. I'm looking at it, dog. Like, that shit is hilarious, bro. Them shits are short. You a guard, dog. I'm sorry, dog.
Hey, maybe that's what slot him, though.
Nah, he's a guard. That dude got some small. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, he don't even look like a tackle. Nah, y'all wildin'. y'all wildin'. Y'all is wildin'. This is not a tackle. I'm sorry. No disrespect.
Right, I'm gonna go get a refill.
Now you good. Nah, yeah, you going inside, big dog. You going inside, my boy. Yeah, you going inside, my boy. Yeah, that. So, go ahead and finish what you was getting off there, Rod, about Will Campbell.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, Herbie, as a Dolphin fan, that's what I was looking at him for, Herbie. It was just the fact that, I do feel like he would be better as a guard, like you said, with the short arms. I feel like in the NFL, he'll likely be better at that position. I don't know what the Giants' plan with him is. I don't know where their offensive line they're looking to fill. But I think it's a quality pick. He was who I was looking for, bro. And, we talked about it. We didn't think he'd fall this far. And lo and behold, here we are. So,
okay, so we got some women in the chat, man. So we got the sisters in the chat. I don't know if y'all were here at the beginning, but we were having a conversation about Shannon Sharp, man. So I want the women in the chat to give some input, right? How do y'all feel about Shannon? How do y'all feel about the situation? How messy it is? How disgusting and how dirty and grimy it's got? Go ahead and leave comments in the chat, man. Oh my God, we got 2 Bills fans in the house, man.
JPS, Antonio.
Bills Mafia in the house.
I brought the enemy, yo. I brought the enemy in. That's my cousin. What up, Tone?
Yo, True. Let me ask you a question, man.
Yeah.
Did y'all just get some dice and just shake some dice and say whatever team this land on, you pick that team in y'all family, bro?
No, yo. Yo,
we got Giants fans, we got Redskins fans, we got
Yo,
Bills
shout out
fans.
to JB Dutch. That's my brother from another. He's a Giant fan. Yo, I brought Giant, Redskins, Bills.
Hey,
I got Jet fans watching. Yo, it's all love. But Bills Mafia, that's my dude, my cousin. He's about 20 years younger. I'm teaching him.
Putting him on game, man.
Yeah, I'm putting him on game.
So
he just got bad taste. He got bad taste in teams.
So you was like, I'm gonna teach you so good that you're gonna pick a rival, like a division rival.
Yeah,
dog?
I mean
that's crazy.
His brother's a Jet fan, so we got.
That's wild. That is a hell of a household, man.
Word. I got my boy out in LA. He's a Steeler fan. Frank, that's my brother by way of Brooklyn. So that's my dude. Yeah, everybody is just football fans of other teams, and we all just good banter and we bust shit, but we all love each other and have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
That's
facts, man. So
Yeah,
we
man.
got a comment right here, man. Shannon is dumb. If I was the girl, I would have took that 10 million and flipped it. Also, we have as soon as she said no, NDA, he should have bucked 100%. Man, like my
Crazy.
dude is going out sad. So this is where Shannon is fucked, right? And then the pick is in, so we'll get to it.
Shout out to the Steelers fan in the chat, by the way. Trees top, baby vibes.
Oh, that's my cousin BB. What up, baby?
BB, oh.
BB in the chat, man.
Yeah. Bring him out.
Hey man, that boy True Blazer be putting out flyers when he gonna come on.
Yo, I'm like, yo, come out.
Hey, he got the free before 12 flyers, bro. Come here, free before 12s, bro. 2-for-1 drinks, man.
Yeah,
all
let's
right.
go.
This is where Shannon is grits though, bro. So I got this text message from Shannon Sharp, man. As we got draft and we react to draft. This is from the woman. This is from the Jane Doe, or can't say Jane Doe. We already know who she is, but I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my ass, and you didn't listen.
Oh wow!
I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon.
Fucked up. That's
Wow.
it.
Yeah, but I don't know how to. A white woman texting, I don't know how to process this. You're grits, buddy. You're out of here. You're out of here, buddy. You are done.
Just ask the Conqueror, bro. What happened?
And then you text back, can I call you later? Oh, it's over. It's over, buddy. You're grits. You're done. You're done, buddy.
Quaker
That's
oats,
rough.
bro. That's it.
That is rough,
Barbecue
man.
chicken done.
Quaker
yo.
Barbecue chicken, man.
That's
All right,
it.
man. So Browns have the fifth pick. I have no idea who they're gonna take. Right here, man. Monique tried to warn him. Absolutely.
That's
To
what I
his
said.
face.
She
To
said,
his face.
"Baby, you need an older woman to rub your feet and just blah blah." He was like, "What? No, I don't need."
And this is Shannon's arrogance, because I was watching the video that's just like
Word.
detailing all these conversations, and then
Mason
they had
Graham.
one of his nightcaps when he was like, "Oh, I'm tired of people telling me I need to date people my age. I date my wage. How about that?" So not only you not listening, you arrogant about it,
Word.
dog.
Mason Graham.
All right, so Cleveland got Mason Graham. Hey, man, I don't like my D tackles to look like this, man. This man look like he'll sell me car insurance, man. Nah, this ain't. I need my D tackles to look nasty. What is this, man? No, nah. No aura. Yeah, no aura. Nah, this is not a defensive tackle. Get out of here, man. Just get out of here, man. This nah.
They traded back and they could have had Carter, but okay.
That's crazy, dog. I mean, you know what? I guess they didn't really like Carter.
This is
Yeah.
not.
Maybe they know more. I mean, they're the professionals, so cool.
That's wild though.
This is not the 5th overall pick in the NFL draft.
Yo,
That's
I can
on the
never look at
defense.
dude the same after you said that, yo.
Nah,
like
this
my
is
D.
crazy. I've never actually seen Mason Graham till today. This is not a 5th
Yo.
overall pick, bro. No way, bro.
Oh,
Nah.
I like the other dude from Michigan.
Oh, yeah. Our guy, our boy.
Yo, he chased down dude. Like, come
That
here.
was crazy, man. He's supposed to go in the first round, too, so we'll see where he ended up going. Then he tried to downplay the community on having a child with a woman half his age, the pot calling the kettle black. So the thing with Shannon, though, it's like, Shannon, you danced on Skip's grave when the whole situation with FS1 came out. You danced on his grave. You feel me? You put the blunt in the air. You say you smoking on your op with that one. You danced on Deshaun Watson's grave. You put several blunts in the air on ESPN, on Fox Sports 1, on all of these platforms. You put them all in the air. And then you have the same situation that happened to you. It's like, there's no wonder he put up 10 million.
Always about shit, dog. Sometimes it's just
No, no wonder he put up 10 million, said, because he knows. He's like, I'm going to get killed because all the shit I've been talking, I've been smoking on all my ops for the same shit.
That's what I'm saying. He ran his mouth. And he's got his own thing going. If you got, just shut up. If you're doing all that, just shut up. Just
See,
shut
that's the
up.
thing, man. When people don't think they're gonna get caught up, man,
Yeah.
they reckless in the open, bro. We've had this discussion before during the Steve Smith thing, Herbie. I said it. People love showing in public how great they are, how righteous they are. Grandma told me, blah blah blah. Guess what,
Yeah,
grandma?
Granny.
I'm pretty sure grandma told you not to mess with them little girl, the little
Yeah.
white girl. Sure, she told you that.
Grandma told him don't go on IG Live, but he ain't listen. You
Nah,
know?
Shannon. Nah, Shannon. Listen, Shannon earned everything that's gonna happen. And listen, I fuck with Uncle Shay, man. I watched Undisputed all the years it was on. I liked him more than First Take. I liked him when he was on CBS, even before I actually really started following him. But at the end of the day, it's cold for you, Uncle Shay. Like whatever happens, you earned it.
Yeah, that's why you're not supposed to lead with money, right? And lead in money and what I can do for you, because ultimately that has an expiration date in a relationship, right? Because if you lead with money, you're gonna get zapped for your money. If you lead with influence, you're gonna get zapped for your influence. To the point where I think a lot of this stemmed from him offering her $50,000. And then she's saying, "Oh, you got to send me the $50,000." And then he's like, "I got 10,000 cash on me." And then she texts him, "Oh, FaceTime me with the cash." A woman texts me that, I'm blocking you, dog.
Who it is?
I'm blocking you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, this is so self-inflicted, bro. That's the part that I don't even, and here's the thing about this, right? And it'll be left to determine. I mean, this is a civil case. It's hard to prove rape from something that happened a year ago, allegedly. I don't think he raped her, but it doesn't matter. Who cares at that point, dog? You're not on ESPN no more for the time being. Who knows when you're finna do another episode of Nightcap? When you do Nightcap, your whole chat is gonna be dumbass Negro, dumbass, stupid, stupid, dummy. Like your
Hey,
whole chat is gonna be that.
he better hope the black women are sleeping when he go on that. The black women are coming. I seen the comments on some of the posts I seen. I'm like, man, black women are coming for you, my boy.
All right, okay. This is the conversation I actually wanted to have. So we'll pause the Shannon Sharp conversation then, because the Raiders just took their pick and they took Ashon Jesse. That's crazy to me. Like, no disrespect to Ashon Jesse. I think he's a really good prospect. I can't take no 5'8" dude, man. Like, 5'8" dude in the top 10, top 6.
And here's the thing, Herbie, we talked about it. His best trade is breaking tackles in college. Like,
against
how
a
well
bad
does that
conference
translate to the NFL? Not doubting his talent or potential. It's just, that's always sketchy, man.
It's going to be interesting, right? Because the thing about it, if he was dominant in that Penn State game in the college football playoff, like he was dominant against that level of competition, that level against the physicality, I would have been more, okay, all right. But it showed what can happen if you have the speed to match with him, right? So much of what he did was in a very, very, very bad conference, dog. Like I don't think people understand how bad this conference was, bro. Now, granted, he had that game when he went off for like 200 against Oregon, but it's still Oregon. Oregon is traditionally a Pac-12 team, even though they're in the Big Ten now. That's still a Pac-12 team at heart. Pac-12 is notorious for not playing no defense, not even drafting those type of dudes, right? Which is why when he played Penn State, he only averaged 3.5 yards a carry. So it's a lot to give for somebody who is dependent on an O-line, right? Like a wide receiver, I could dominate my matchup. I don't need my offensive line to make room and make holes for me, right? Like, so I don't mind drafting a wide receiver that high because I can control the situation way more than a running back can. So we'll see, man. But I think he's a good player. It's just, woo.
I just think a team like that, you're not a running back away, or I don't know. I'm not a big fan of taking running backs that early unless you are, I don't know, in position to make that next jump. And they look at the division they're in. You ain't getting past the Chiefs, or maybe even not even past the Chargers,
or Denver,
or yeah, the three teams who made the playoffs. You're right. So I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the Giants taking Barkley years ago, but that was just my opinion. It turned
But
out to
look
be
at what
right.
happened. You turned out to be right because at the end of the day, like people are gonna say, anybody who actually watched the Giants, who watched them, they were actually happy for Saquon because they're like, you
Oh
weren't.
yeah.
We would never get the best version of you here.
No, no doubt. There's a lot of Giant fans up here. We're like, yo, we are genuinely happy for that dude. Absolutely, you're right. Yep.
Because they know they're like, yeah, because people want to talk, oh, Saquon. I was there. I'm an NFC East fan. I play Saquon twice a year since 2018 when he got drafted.
Right.
I know more than anybody. I seen him. I was definitely afraid, but Saquon did not get the full Saquon experience because of the situation around him. Now,
Yep.
the Raiders are better than the Giants teams ever were, so that's not a good
Correct.
comparison.
That's fair.
But Saquon is better than Ashon Genty. So. And I got a better player who never got to show his true skills until he went to the best offensive line that we've had in the NFL since the 1995 fucking Dallas Cowboys. Like, like I had the stat. Saquon Barkley had 1,700 yards of rushing before contact. That's a Pro Bowl season before he got touched.
Yeah, right?
That's insane.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is insane, bro. So yeah, man. But all right. So
hey, Treetop had a good point. Yeah, he basically to add to it, man.
Y'all opened my eyes by pointing out how rare broken tackles are at the pro level in comparison to college. Absolutely, you got grown dudes, and it's not even necessarily that there's a gap in physicality. There's a gap in size. The gap is the speed, right? So what allows you to break tackles in college is these dudes are not fast enough to really get to you. So when they try to make contact with you, they don't really get the full wrap up. They might put an arm or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And you might be bigger than them. You're just bigger than them. Like at that conference that he played, he's bigger than the dudes that trying to tackle him. When you get to the NFL, you got 6'4", 240-pound linebackers running 4.5s, bro. Running 4.4s now. I take that back. They're running 4.4s now, guys.
Next level.
These tackles are running 4.5s now, bro. So
ridiculous. These athletes are getting out of hand, bro.
So it's just gonna be hard. Just don't sell me on broken tackles as your best trait. As your best trait. As a trait, yeah, for sure. As your best trait, your calling card, that's gonna be kind of tough, man. So but yeah, back to Shannon, man. The boy is grits, man. The boy is grits, dog.
Yeah, that's funny.
The boy is grits, man. I heard that the audio, whether it's edited or not, you just look so bad, dog. Like, you look terrible, man. But while we're here, let's go ahead and transition, actually, because I actually wanted to play a game with you guys, man. Let me try to set it up on my end, because while we're doing the draft, I wanted to talk about some of the greatest drafts of all time and ultimately decide a winner of the best draft class ever. So, let me find it. Where is it? In the running, we got 1989, 1983, 1996, 1998, 2001, 2004, 2007, 2011, and an honorable mention for the 2017 that didn't make the bracket because it's too soon. But let me just remind you of the 2017 draft. Can we start with Patrick Mahomes? Like that's it. You don't even got to say nobody else. All right. Patrick Mahomes, Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, Cooper Kupp, Christian McCaffrey, Marshawn Lattimore, Marlon Humphrey. That is a hell of a class.
And dude,
2017.
That's 2017. Yeah, 2017, and they didn't even make the bracket.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 2017 is pretty crazy, bro. So, let me try to find it. Where is this dang on thing at, man? Don't tell me I lost it. Aha, here we go. All right. Let me get this set up on my end.
Oh, the Jets are up.
Oh. Boo. Oh, what they doing? They might go tackle.
They're probably gonna go defense. I'll be pissed if they get Kenneth Grant, man.
They took
They
There
got
it is.
Membu.
Tackle.
they
Yep.
took Armand
Membu.
Membu, man.
Yep.
They took Membu, man.
I mean, very good. Top 5, 6, whatever. You know, a lot of boards.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the best linemen that
Yep.
you could pick in this
Yep.
draft.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, guys. Let's get it rolling, man. All right, man. We got the bracket. We got the 1983 draft going against the 1989 draft. We have the 1996 draft going against the 1998 draft. We have the 2001 draft going against the 2004 draft. And we have the 2011 going against the 2007 draft. Now, 2017 didn't make the cut. 2014 didn't make the cut. 2014, Odell Beckham Jr., Aaron Donald. Hold on, let me look it up right now because I know Mike Evans. Like Mike Evans, man. Let's see here. Jadeveon Clowney. Oh my God. Khalil Mack. Jake Matthews. Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron, never mind, bro. That's negative 1,000 aura points. Yeah, that just ruined the whole thing, bro. But Zach Martin, CJ Mosley, bro. 2014 was a good draft, but they also had Johnny Manziel. Yeah, 20,000 negative aura points, man. So, but they didn't make the cut. They didn't make the cut. All right, so basically what we're going to do, the way I have it set it up, I have it set it up by errors. What's errors? You feel me? So that error has to win. And then the next round is obviously the winner from the first round, and then we'll ultimately decide an overall winner, man. So let's battle it out. 1983 versus 1989. 1983. These are the people in the 1983 draft. Eric Dickerson, Jim Kelly, John Elway, Dan Marino, Bruce Matthews, Darryl Green, Richard Dent, and Jimbo Covert. 1983 is obviously the number 1 overall seed in this draft. This is a strong class. This is a monster class.
First
going
rounders.
Against everywhere. Right? Everywhere. These are all first, pretty much for the most part. Going against 1989, man. 1989. Barry Sanders, Troy Aikman, Derek Thomas, Deion Sanders, Steve Atwater. The difference between 1983 is 1983 has more great players. 1989 has arguably the best players at each position that they took. So, let's battle. Who we got, boys?
Oh, Herbie. You might call me biased for this one, but I'm going with the draft that had Dan Marino in it. I'm going 83.
Of course.
I'm going 83. I'm going 83.
Yeah, go ahead, Ron.
I'm going 83, baby.
Oh yeah, all right, man. We got them boys, man. We got them, man. So
okay, Tree said he'll take 89. Tree said he'll take 89. That's what's up. I mean, you can't really go. I mean, these drafts, all these classes are.
But wait, like Steve Atwater's wasn't a first ballot, right?
I don't think it was a first.
No, right. Troy Aikman. I even sometimes question his, but I mean, all right, he was on a great team.
All right, now you're not going to do that. We're not.
Yeah,
doing
I am. Yeah.
We're not doing.
But
that.
He's there. He's there. No, he's there.
We're not doing that.
Respect.
We're not doing that. Relax.
But yo, look at that 83 class. I'm surprised this is a first round matchup anyway. You know?
No, I had it by error, so I didn't.
Yo,
at first I was going to do
Kelly, Elway, Marino, Green. That alone is like.
That's pretty rough.
And Green
man.
was the last. That is a crazy draft class.
That's a crazy draft class. Number 1 overall seed, gotta be. Like that's a crazy draft class.
Bruce Matthews, yeah.
Word.
Jimbo Covert, yeah.
That is like what the.
Yeah.
I mean, I caught you at the end of your show last week, like I said, and you was talking. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a little. Some of these classes from the 60s, and I can't even.
I wanted to keep it in the modern era,
right?
dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're just
exactly
because I'm not gonna get Art Mordell and two Lone Jones or whatever. Two
Leather helmet dudes.
Yeah,
I get
two
it.
Screw Mitchell, right?
Hey, but I will say, as an honorable mention, the 1957 draft, because this just came up when I was looking it up.
Go ahead.
You had Jim Brown, you had Len Dawson, you had Jim Parker, you had Paul Hornung, you had Sonny Jurgensen, Donald, you had Gene Hickerson. Like, nigga, listen, man, the 1957 draft had all the old head classic guys.
Nah, for sure.
Word.
Absolutely, man. All right, man. So we gotta go with the 1983 draft, man. All right, this is not even gonna be close. Put it like this: we had to rank them. You feel me? Because again, I wanted to keep it close to errors, but this is gonna be a bloodbath. No disrespect, man. I kind of set up 1998 to fail, bro. So this is 1996 versus 1998, man. 1998 had Peyton Manning, Randy Moss, Charles Woodson, and Hines Ward. 1996, Ray Lewis, Marvin Harrison, Brian Dawkins, Tara Owens, Eddie George, Mike Allstott, Lloyd Malloy, Teddy Bruschi, Zach Thomas. This is a bloodbath, man.
Hey, Herbie, this is a 4-0 sweep, man. This is a 4-0
Hey,
sweep,
man, Loco in the building, man. Loco, what's up, man? Man, we just talking about the draft, man. We'll catch you up, bro. Yeah, man, we gonna have to go ahead and pick 1996, guys.
Word.
98 didn't deserve what just happened to them. 98 didn't deserve what just happened to them. That got kind of ugly very quick. All right, 2001 versus 2004. This is gonna be a little closer. On one hand, 2001, LaDainian Tomlinson, Steve Hutchinson, Drew Brees, Michael Vick, Richard Seymour, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, Todd Heap, Chad Johnson, Matt Light.
Panthers just got McMillan. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, no. Actually, we gotta go ahead with that too. So they got Tedero McMillan. Tedorola.
First, well, I was gonna say first wide receiver, but I don't know.
Yeah, they need. I think it's a good pick. That's a good pick.
That's a hell of a good pick.
Ah, man, listen. Man, shout out to the boy Cooper, man, making the boy Pacific wide receivers from the Pacific, giving them opportunity. Because if I seen him, I'll be like, oh, we locking you up, bro. We locking you up. No disrespect. This is a bad draft. This is a bad draft. I'm not gonna lie. Like the conversation around this draft, outside of Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter, is everybody in this draft would be like the fourth or fifth person in last year's draft. I hate that. This reminds me of the 2013 draft, which is arguably one of the worst drafts of all time.
Not to take it back to the Dolphins, this is why they need to trade back, I think. Trade back because you're going to get almost similar at 13 that you might get a little later, and you could pick up more picks.
I'm with you.
The only problem is who's making the picks, but that's a whole nother conversation. You know what I mean? But I agree. I agree with what you just said, Herbie. That is, like you said, I think earlier you said it was a 4 or 3 person draft. After that, it's like,
No, because it's like leading up to this draft, this live stream, I was just consuming a bunch of content. And it's like when everybody, because what happens in the draft cycle is we overhype people up because that's what you're supposed to do. You're selling hope, right?
Right.
So you overhype the class, and then you beat the class down a little bit to bring it down and nitpick. And then you settle in the middle, like what the class actually is. And that is right, like a day or two before the actual draft, you understand what the draft actually is. After everybody's really dug into everybody, everybody's done their homework, everybody's done their research. But the consensus about this draft was that practically everybody in the draft, outside of Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, would be the 4th or 5th player. Like, you will never tell me Mason Graham is going top 10 in any draft for the past 5 years. Like, there's no way that dude is going top 10. Not in my draft. Not in my America. We ain't letting it happen. We're not letting that happen. Get the fuck out of here. That dude look like he's going to sell me a timeshare. What the fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? The
That's
hell are
funny.
you
Hey,
talking
hey, Herb, you
about,
ain't have to
man?
assassinate Mason Grad like that, bro.
No, bro. Like, when I
Word.
really seen him, I'm like, there's nothing cool about him. He got a gut too. You're not even like built like,
Uh,
hey,
You see
what?
the athleticism rating? They got Madden ratings for these kids, man.
yeah.
77 athleticism.
Get
Okay.
out of here, dude. Oh my
Yeah.
God, man.
It's like
What
run
happened
right
to
at
the
him, right? Run right
bro?
at him.
Bro, make my NFL great again, bro. What is this, man? Get the fuck out of here, man. Yo, am I tripping? Y'all seen what? Y'all seen him? Y'all, I'm not
No, I
tripping.
told you I'm never gonna see him the same after that comment, yo.
Yeah.
He
Herb,
gotta
you kinda
be, bro.
ruined it.
He gotta be a 4 or 5 time All Pro for me to change my mind, bro. He needs several All Pros.
Saints pick is in.
Yeah, they
They
running
go
through it
Shador
now.
or what?
That's not happening. From literally every podcast I listen to, the Saints went out of their way to tell every influencer in draft media that they're not taking Shador. Like
Was that smoke?
that, I don't know, but no. Because I listened to Todd McShay. Todd McShay was like, yeah, they're not doing it. I listened to Nate Tice. He was like, no. I was like,
Oh, we got a froze.
Oh, Herbie froze up.
Yeah.
It froze on a funny ass screen, too.
They shut that Shador shit down. Like, stop.
Dang, somebody running this shit, man. They said, oh, you ain't gonna slander Shador. You ain't gonna slander Shador, man.
Yeah, exactly. The Sander fans got involved. That's hilarious. No, but I mean, I could see them going with him here. I mean, he got a real bad rating the other day by somebody at CBS. They just
No, yeah, they
got
said
in
they had like an anonymous
yeah,
executive.
put a name. Like, sometimes I'm like, put a name on that, man. Like, that's foul.
They don't want that heat, bro.
I
That's what it
know,
is.
but that's just. I mean, I feel bad
I'm
for the
with you, though.
kid,
I'm
huh?
with you.
Right?
I'm
Put a
with you.
name. It's just like, come on, you're gonna go out and like say. It's one thing to say he's, you give a grade or whatever, an opinion, but they went hard, like, and I'm just like, oh, that makes me root for him. That makes me root for him. But
No, facts.
I mean, their pick is in. I don't see what Let's
You know what's
see.
funny, man? When you get to this part
okay,
of
there
the
we
draft,
go. My bad. There we go. I'm sorry. Lost connection, y'all boys.
all right.
All right, we got the pick coming in.
Yeah, let's see how the Saints are gonna go about this one. Oh, they got
Kevin
there
Banks
it is.
Jr., man. Okay, so it is more than likely. So now we're looking at Will Johnson. We're looking at Will Johnson for you guys.
I'll take it, Herbie. We definitely need that now. Definitely.
So wait, this was 9. All right, 10.
So you got 9, you got
Finn's
10,
at
you got
13.
11.
Yeah.
So y'all are 13.
So now Shador is going to fall further.
But here's the thing. So when we did our video, I think last week from last week's pod, and where we said if Shador doesn't go to the Giants, we don't see where he's going. They killed us in the comments. When we put the video out, y'all just hate it. We're like, no, bro, we looking at the situation. We're looking at the draft itself. Outside of the Giants, none of these teams need a quarterback. If he didn't go
exactly.
And it's like people thought we were trying to clown Shador or hate on Shador. We're like, no, we're just looking at this holistically. Like the math has to make sense. The math has to work. The Giants are not going to take him. Okay, if he does not go to the Giants, who needs a quarterback? The Bears don't need a quarterback. The Jaguars don't need a quarterback. The Raiders just gave Geno Smith $90 million. They're not taking a quarterback. And now we're at this point right here. The Saints were not going to draft him. Even if the Saints wanted him, they were not going to draft him because they already picked up Derek Carr's $40 million price tag. So now, again, you could be a situation like the Atlanta Falcons who said, hey, we just gave somebody $100 million, but it doesn't matter. Fuck it. Like, so the precedent has been set. The precedent has been broken, but it just never made sense. So now we are with the Bears. 49ers don't need a quarterback. Dallas, we need a quarterback, but we ain't going to get rid of the bum we got. So he ain't going there. He's not going to the Dolphins. Like, where is he going to go? And now we in this situation.
This is probably the earliest he's going to go, bro. Pittsburgh.
And
Pittsburgh is right.
Yeah. there's a reason why he didn't, why he was originally supposed to come to the draft, and then it said that he's not coming to the draft no more because he got wind. Like he got wind. He knows his father is Deion Sanders. His father could get an answer of where is my son going.
He ain't trying to look like Geno, bro.
You're not trying to look. Geno was like this, bro. Geno looked like he had diarrhea, man. He looked like he had a migraine, dog.
He had casual clothes for day two. It's like, damn,
man. Geno was in the green room looking like somebody punched him in the stomach, man. Went out crazy, man. He wasn't trying to go out like like Geno Smith, man. Nasty work, man. Nasty work, man.
Nasty.
All right, the pick is in. Jesus Christ. All right, who we taking, man? 2001, 2004. 2004 has Eli, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, Larry Fitzgerald, man. Who we taking?
That's my guy, Fitzgerald.
And who's 2001 again? Repeat.
2001 is LaDainian Tomlinson, Drew Brees, Steve Hutchinson, Michael Vick, Richard Seymour, Reggie Wayne, Todd Heap, Chad Johnson, Matt Light versus 2001. Who I have for 2001? Where's 2001? No, 2004. 2004 versus Eli Manning, Larry Fitzgerald, Phillip Rivers, Sean Taylor, Vince Wilfork, Steven Jackson, Bob Sanders, Darnell Dockett, Jared Allen, and Jason Peters, and Wes Welker. That's
Big Ben was in that
Big
class
Ben,
too.
That's kind of tough. I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of.
I might have to go with 04, man.
Me too.
I might have to go with 04 too. 04, like when you really think, like you read it out, 04 is pretty strong.
And they got the quarterbacks too, man. That's important.
Jason Peters and Wes Welker. That's bro. So all right, man. 2004. 2004, man. All right. 2011 versus 2007. I am very partial to 2007. But 2011 is not a joke. 2011 has a lot of accolades. 2011 has a lot of awards, man. So we'll just go ahead and get into it. The 2007 draft had Calvin Johnson, Joe Thomas, Adrian Peterson, Patrick Willis, Darrell Revis, Marshawn Lynch, John Beeson, Joe Staley, Eric Weddle, and Marshall Yonder. Holy shit.
Stacked. Yeah, but
that's
dude,
a draft class.
Yeah.
Now that's a draft class, ladies and gents. Versus 2011. J.J. Watt, Richard Sherman, Cam Newton, Von Miller, Marcel Darius, A.J. Green, Patrick Peterson, Julio Quantavious Jones, Tyron Smith, Ryan Kerrigan, Torrey Smith, Randall Cobb, and it kind of DeMarco Murray, man. Where we going, guys?
Damn.
I'm
gonna go with the first class.
It's 07, guys. That second level on 07. The second level on 07 is Joe Staley and Eric Weddle. That's the second level, dog.
Oh man, that's shit. 07, man. It's hard to argue 07, dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 07, yeah, man.
2011 was a great draft too. That was
Calvin Johnson is an 07, man. Like Darrell Revis is an Adrian Peterson, man.
That's heavy hitter right there.
All right, man. Let's see who we got.
The pick is in for the Bears.
We are almost there, guys. They actually blitzed through it, man. Okay.
Yeah, but the irony is the team that took the longest time was the team who everybody knew who they were picking.
Which is crazy.
What? That's so
crazy.
Wild.
All right, so I want to see what the Bears do because I know the Bears
got
wanted
Loveland, which actually, you know what, Herbie? I'm not mad at this pick.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Because people talked about Tyler Warren being
this is the first tight end, right?
Yeah, he's the first tight end. But Loveland, what they need, because they already have Cole Kmet, right?
Exactly.
So Loveland actually gives you some versatility at the position. So actually, and
At 10 though.
Listen, I
Word.
know how you feel about
Great.
first rounders, Herbie. I know how you feel about first round tight ends.
Like, okay, so
I'm with Herbie on that, yo. Tight
Like,
ends, like,
So it's not even about the tight end. My beef with taking tight ends in the first round is more or less that this draft. Nobody wants anybody from this draft, dog. Like, it's a draft where nobody wants to trade back. We have one trade. We have one trade so far, one.
And it was for a generational player.
And it was for generational players. So if you are picking and you have somebody that you want, even if you don't want to take them at that spot, you kind of got to. Because it's like
Herbie,
go ahead.
Herbie,
Go
put
ahead.
it like this. Put it like this. The Bears are probably looking at it like, okay, would we draft Sam Laporta at 10? Because that's basically what they're probably envisioning in their mind. Ben Johnson's the coach. He has Sam Laporta. So he's thinking like, yo, even though I think Tyler Warren, you could do more, he has more versatility to him. But dude, and he's a bit of a better blocker. But I mean, listen, I ain't mad at him.
Hold on, let me get to this comment because it speaks to the conversation. So the homie Pap says, if he could produce like Brock did last season, he'll be worth it. Absolutely. Absolutely. No questions about it. The problem is though, that position historically does not produce like Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers has become an outlier, right? Like the first round tight end that's supposed to be the dominant player that we all want to envision. It was Brock Bowers. They tried it with Eric Ebron. They tried it with TJ Hawkinson. They tried it with Kyle Pitts. That position, historically, more than likely, somebody out of the second or third round will end up being the best player in the draft at that position. Like we just seen it last year with the guy that the Cardinals took. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
and you think about some of the best tight ends in history, like Antonio Gates was like what, a 4th round pick?
Antonio Gates was undrafted.
Word. Oh, my fault. He was undrafted.
He was undrafted. That dude was playing basketball. He was undrafted. Jimmy Graham. Right. Jimmy Graham was undrafted. You know what I'm saying? So, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce was a 4th round pick, I think, 3rd round pick. Greg Kettle was a 5th round pick. You know, Gronk was a 2nd round pick and 42nd overall.
You spoke about this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. We had a whole video detailing.
Yeah,
right.
Like
that. we call it a tight end trap, right? Because the idea of a tight end, I have somebody who can play offensive line and I have a wide receiver at the same time. The idea of that sounds incredible. Obviously, it's awesome. Who wouldn't want 2 positions in one? The reality though is what happens is a lot of those dudes are not good blockers, and if you're not good enough blocking. And I could only really have you as a big wide receiver, but you're not really a wide receiver. I could just put my cornerback on you and just take you out of the game. So unless you're great like a Travis Kelce at being a receiver, or unless you're great like a Greg Kettle at being a blocker, or you're great like Gronk, who was great at both, it doesn't make sense. I could find you in the 2nd round. I could find you in the 3rd round. I could find a role for you and to develop. The guys that go first often are tasked with being somebody that they ultimately can't be. Blocking in the NFL is hard, man. Like, we don't have no respect for offensive tackle, offensive line play, bro. Like, that's a hard thing to do. There's a reason why, and not to take a shot at the Dolphins, there's a reason why you guys can't find any, dog. Like, it's hard, bro. Like, it's hard to find good offensive linemen, bro. So it's hard to expect somebody who's not a full-time offensive lineman and a tight end to be able to do that job. But there's a reason why the Bears took him over taking somebody like Tyler Warren, who was considered the number 1 tight end in the play, because he's a better blocker. And it's Ben Johnson. And Ben Johnson came from Detroit. And Ben Johnson understands that running the ball is important. Ben Johnson understands that a run game is important. So if I got to take a dude at 10 and I need my own version of Sam Laporta, fuck it. It is what it is. I'm just surprised that more pass rushers haven't been taken. Especially with the premium on the position, that means that a lot of these pass rushers are not viewed that well in this draft.
That's a good point.
Shout out to the homie Dro in the building.
Dro, man, what up? Loco, man, if you're trying to hop on, let me know. We'll send you the link. Dro, if you're trying to hop on, let me know. We'll send you the link. Anybody who wants to get in the main panel, man, let me know. We'll send you the link, man. So we want everybody to be a part of the conversation.
For the Dolphins, having a running back and a tight end taken, that's good. Better. Our needs are falling toward. I mean, they got so many needs, but
Y'all have a lot of needs, yeah, for sure.
yeah, exactly. So like that just gives them better options of better players for their needs. I
No,
mean,
for sure. Like you
so
guys, to me, I think Will Johnson is in that tier. I don't know what's wrong with Will Johnson because he ran a 4.5. Like
well, now
he's
the
in that
knee
tier to me.
situation
Oh
came
yeah,
up.
that is true. Yeah, yeah, that
The
is
toe
true. Yeah.
turf. I mean, he fits
Maybe
right up.
Kenneth
Chris,
Grant, bro. Maybe we
that's
get
right
the
up.
The Chris Greer
The
special, baby.
Yo, he's barking at like So I'm just saying. Yo, who is
Let's
that
see.
salty in the green room? Somebody just like I'm
All
saying.
right, man. So 49ers got the pick in, man. Dro, man, Loco, man. We had a whole conversation about Shannon Sharp, man. So go ahead, throw what y'all think about the situation in the chat, bro. We will react to what y'all got to say, man. But yeah, so back to the Dolphins, man. Back to the Dolphins. Now that Kelvin Banks is gone, Will Campbell is gone. Besides of Will Johnson, who else would you guys like to see? What position would you like to see if it ain't Will Johnson be taken?
Well, you say position, so I was gonna do another player. Like if they go Jahdae Barron, you know what I mean? I could see that. To me, Herbie's got to be, if they're not going to go offensive line, which they likely won't. I don't think they'll go after Josh Simmons just because he's coming off that injury. Then again, like y'all just said, the Chris Greer special. You never know him. So I
The
wouldn't be
funny
shocked if he
thing
gets
about Chris Greer doing that is you don't got to do that in the draft. You don't got to bargain hunt in the draft, dog. Like
insane.
you take who's available to you, bro. Like you didn't. There's no bargain here, dog. Like if anything, you should stray away from somebody that get injury concerns because you have the choice in this. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this ain't free agency where it's like, okay, what can I do to sway this person? This person might not get overlooked by a team that he might be interested in, so I'll take a chance on it. No, it's the draft, dog. You can pick whoever you want. You don't have to bargain hunt in the draft, bro.
I don't know how that guy still has a job, man. And I ain't even advocating for him lose. I'm not a fan of that, but this is a job of produce or you're gone. And there's been quite a. I always said he's the black Jeff Ireland, and Jeff Ireland was the white Chris Greer. Bad GMs, yo.
Man, y'all had it, man. All right, man. So we got our second pass rusher, man, off the board, man. Michael Williams is going to the 49ers, man. All
That's
right,
a good
man.
pick for him. We were just talking about edge rushers not, the defensive line not going as much as we thought, but here we go. They heard you, man. The Niners heard you, Herbie.
Yeah, I mean, this is a mixed bag for the defensive line class, but somebody's gonna be great out of this. Like, 'cause at the end of the day, being a pass rusher, bro, it's the easiest job on the field, bro. You see ball, you see ball, get ball, bro. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. You don't really got to think, bro. You just gotta be refined with your pass rush, and then you gotta understand the game. Obviously, understand setup, understand your opponent, and see what works against them. But ultimately, what are you doing, bro? You're trying to go get the ball, so. Somebody's gonna be great out of this. It does speak to the class that we've only had 2 pass rushers and 12 picks. And we had a 5'8" running back go ahead of pass rushers. We had a wide receiver who was considered to be somebody who would have been the 4th or 5th wide receiver in last year's draft go ahead of the pass rusher. So that ultimately speaks to how the NFL views this pass rush class. Like, if there were better, standout pass rushers, bro, they would have been flying off the board. Like, especially how the Eagles dominated last year because of a pass rush. Right. So, but it just speaks to the overall, bro. It's harder than you think. No, it's not. It's relatively no. It ain't harder than cornerback. It ain't harder than wide receiver. It ain't harder than it ain't harder than offensive tackle. Nah, man. Nah. You might got me with linebacker. No, bro. Fundamentally, what are you doing? Is it hard? Of course. Every job on the football field is hard, bro. Like if it wasn't hard, then Colin Farrell would have been good for the Raiders. Or that other dude that he took in the Raiders took a couple years ago. I can't remember his name. Or he would have good. So I'm not trying to downplay the position, but relative to everybody else on the field, easiest position as far as what your job is. And I'll say it like that. That's my bad. The easiest job is pass rusher or edge rusher specifically. I need to sack a quarterback.
Boys pick in. What y'all need?
I don't care, man.
Oh,
Tyler
come
Booker.
on.
Oh
All
my
right, give him
God,
Shay
bruh.
Shay. Give him Shay Shay.
And Herbie's reaction.
I don't care. All right, give him Shay Shay, yo.
And there used to be a time where I'd be crying, man. There'd be time I'd be crying right now, man. Tears of joy, man.
Oh shit.
That's
They
such a
used to be
this is such a Jerry Jones pick, dog.
No,
swear
I
to
get it,
God.
bro. That's one thing about Jerry. I will give Jerry this. Jerry doesn't eat candy, bro. He doesn't eat candy before he eats his vegetables, dog. I give it to him, bro. I give it to him, dog.
Yo, I like his energy. What? Bum. Got the hat.
All right, so this is the homie Loco. He said playing DT in college is not easy. It's not the hardest, but man, as a D lineman, you have to know each lineman's assignment plus a linebacker because of all of the stunts. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question, Loco. I feel like because you're close to the position, you feel me? You fighting for your people right now.
Bias.
If I ask a linebacker, or I ask a corner, or I ask a safety, all of y'all are gonna say my shit harder. Because everybody gonna say that. Y'all all gonna say I got the hardest job, right? No disrespect. No job in football is easy.
Right.
Football is hard. If anything was not hard, everybody that gets drafted would be good. Everybody would be able to do it. So my wording was wrong. I'm just talking about responsibilities. But again, you know more than me, bro. I'm just going off of what's it called, bro. So you telling me tight end? You telling me tight end ain't harder, bro? You got to be a wide receiver and an offensive lineman, bro. You telling me linebacker ain't harder, dog? You got to have deep coverage responsibilities. You got to tackle. You got to, and then at times you got to rush the passer too. Ain't no DT out here running. With Julio Jones down the sideline, bro. Trying to cover his own, man. No disrespect, Loco. No disrespect, man.
My dog said, I'm just letting you know my experience, qualifications, man.
My bad, Loco. My bad, bro. I'm doing a lot of. I'm doing well. Of course, y'all drop, man. We know this, man. Listen. I'm playing college football now, bro. I got some fat ass linemen on my D line out here dropping back in coverage, bro, picking up zones. We get that, especially if, like it's a zone fire blitz. I get that too, my dog. But okay, here, man. We are here. Forget all the bullshit, man. This is Phin Outta Water. This is a Dolphins football podcast. I know we got a bunch of fans from all facts of life, everything, bro. Shout out to the Redskins. Shout out to the Giants. Shout out to the Bills. Shout out to the Steelers fans. Shout out to the Tampa Bay Bucks fans. Shout out to the Packers fans. Shout out to Dro. They in your neck of the woods, man. But we are here. We are here for the main event. Who are the Miami Dolphins drafting, dog? And we are 4 minutes and 30 seconds away of finding that out, man. You guys nervous, man? Y'all ready, man?
Nervous?
Nervous for what?
Yeah, exactly.
For what, Herbie?
If they take a tight end,
That would be crazy if y'all
I'm gonna
took Tyler
storm
Warren,
that
bro.
front office like it's January 6th.
That would be pretty crazy.
For real.
I'm not gonna
Come
lie.
on, man.
That would be nuts if they took Tyler Warren, bro. That would be nice.
Yo, I ain't got time for that. Nah, there's too many
So,
issues.
I wouldn't be mad at Tyler Warren, but I have a different opinion when it comes to
all right, let me ask y'all a question. Well, I got everybody in the chat, and I want everybody in the chat to react to this. What if the Steelers do not take Shedeur Sanders? What if they take Jalen Milroe? Because Jalen Milroe is here for a reason.
That's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible. It's 100% possible. Herbie.
Jalen Milroe is here for a reason, guys.
but I don't think if they don't take a quarter. I mean, if they don't take, they're not taking a quarterback. Then I don't think so. They'd rather wait. I don't know.
Jalen Milroe is here. For
I'll throw up.
Hey, Tree said,
that's
hell
hilarious.
No. He said, hell no. He said, no way.
All right, Trees, man, I got some bad news for you.
Yeah.
The word around the streets is that the
Comment
Steelers
of the day,
do
yo.
like Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe is here for a reason. I'm
Imagine,
not
bro,
saying that
Jalen
it's going to
Milroe's there and
happen.
Shedeur is not. Wow.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm not. No, we're not trying to pick on you, Trees. I'm just trying to get you mentally prepared for this if this happens. I don't want it to blindside you, dog, because you feel me? What did Dr. Strange say, man? There are 1,300 possibilities, and I seen them all, dog. Jalen Milroe in gold and yellow. I mean, black and yellow is a possibility, man. So just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. I want you to be able to what's it called, man.
You gotta be careful telling him that, Herbie. He might try and get your time stone, bro. You gotta.
All right, man. The pick is officially in, man. This is gonna be awesome. I would love to get you guys live reaction. This is gonna be great. Let's see what we got here, man. Let's see what we got here.
I think they're going Will Johnson.
That's what I think. I'd be happy with that, bro.
I mean, it makes sense, man, because you guys
does.
Need
I mean,
Will Johnson,
especially with the Ramsey news, like us,
yeah,
wanting to trade him and shit.
Or the Texas one, the Texas corner, Barron.
Jade, yeah, Barron.
Yeah. He's a shorter player, but he can. But they need somebody outside. With the Ramsey situation, which is a whole nother. I mean, shit. That whole press conference was like, yo, just why'd you do that?
Weird.
Just shut up.
Weird energy, dog.
Just shut up.
Like, y'all are great at not like. You guys are great at messaging over there, man. Like,
they are.
What's going on?
I don't want to be included in that day.
My bad. You right, dog. You right.
I
can't put that stench on you, dog. My bad, dog. That was messed up, man. That was messed up, man.
Yo.
All right, while we waiting for that, man, let's get back to this draft, man. So we got 1983 versus 1996, 2004 versus 2007, man. So we're going to start on the south side of the bracket, man. 2004 versus 2007. 2004, again, we'll repeat. Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, Larry Fitzgerald, Phillip Rivers, Sean Taylor, Vince Wilfork, Steven Jackson, Bob Sanders, Darnell Dockett, Jared Allen, Michael Burner Turner, Jason Peters, and Wes Welker. 2007, Calvin Johnson, Joe Thomas, Adrian Peterson, Patrick Willis, Darrell Revis, Marshawn Lynch, Joe Staley.
It's like as you go down the list, it just gets worse and worse, man. Like 07 got to take that one, man. I'm sorry, man. I fuck with the 04 draft, but dude, Megatron, Revis Island. Like a lot of these guys have names, Herbie.
A lot of these guys have one name basis, like AP.
Kenneth Grant.
Yeah, let's go.
Kenneth Grant.
Let's go. Woo! Let's go. I'll take it.
Big boy.
I'll take it, Herbie. I'll take Kenneth Grant. I'll take it.
That's your boy.
I'll take it. I'll take it, bro. Hey, he was hawking down running backs in college, man.
Word.
He was hawking down running backs.
Wow.
Let's go. I'll take Kenneth Grant. I'll take that. That's a good pick. Let's go.
Look, here it is. There it is. Yo, give me.
This is crazy. I did not.
Wow.
Oh, Chris Greer said, I ain't trying to lose my job.
You got a lot of work to do.
So
there.
basically, what happens is you guys realize that y'all should have never got rid of Christian Wilkins. Is this basically what this?
Yo, don't even.
100%.
I need to let it go. But you right.
100%, Herbie. You called it.
You call like that's
already had him.
Yo,
We had Van Ginkel too, Herbie, and we just let him walk to be a stud on the Vikings.
and Robert Hunt the same. They let
On
them
the
the same
offensive
year. Yeah, like and now those are the whole. Well, the Hunt and the Wilkins are the holes, and in the trenches. We spoke about that earlier. And now
You ain't doing nothing
searching.
if you don't get your trenches right, bro.
Right.
We've seen this time and time again.
But I mean,
man, the Dolphins actually made a pick that I wanted. I'm shocked. Let's go.
Wow.
Kenneth Grant, I'll take that, man.
He doesn't look like the other guy, the car salesman or the insurance.
Nah,
dude.
that's a D tackle. Now
Word.
this is a D tackle.
Word.
Now that's a D tackle.
Word.
Don't ever show me Mason Graham again.
Nah.
Dude.
Yo, if you run in the ball, Grant or Mason, go to the
Man,
Mason
chat.
side,
If you see Mason Graham or you see Kenneth Grant, who you gonna be scared of? Like, be honest, man. That dude is gonna say, "Oh, sir, your shoes are untied." That's what Mason Graham gonna do. Fuck out of here, man.
I got a 2-for-1 policy.
That man got negative 5,000 aura, man. Get
I can
Mason
see
Graham out
Mason
of my
Graham being a
life.
Jehovah's Witness, bro. Just knocking on your door, giving you one of them little mini Bibles and shit, one of them little brochures.
Oh,
with the first pick in the
bandwagon draft.
The Baltimore
We
Ravens
got
select
Kenneth Graham going to the bandwagon draft, man. He's the number one pick of the bandwagon draft, man. We love Kenneth Graham. I can't wait to repost that video that we had, bro. We titled it Our Favorite Player, bro. We spent a whole 3 or 4 minutes just, pause, twirling and doing tricks on it for Kenneth Graham. We love Kenneth Graham over here.
I got you. Yeah,
Which one? What's your turn, bro?
Gushing.
Oh, nah, my bad. I take it over there. What Kendrick said, you take it there, I take it further. I'm sorry. You took it gushing, I take it further. We were doing tricks on it. We love Kenneth Graham over here. We love the fat boys, man. All right, so Colts got Tyler Warren. That's a good pick. Problem is the guy that's supposed to deliver him the ball can't hit the side of a barn. So I don't know how that's going to work. Your quarterback has to be able to throw a ball that's catchable. So we'll see. We'll see. Now this right here, this is a classic Americana family right here, man. You see them couches, man? Oh, man. Oh, man. I know exactly what this guy's all about.
That's crazy. Okay, Colts. I mean, hey, man, listen, Anthony Richardson, hopefully he can get the ball close to him.
Okay, so Rod, I know you wanted Tyler Warren. If we're not using and be honest, truth serum.
What's up?
Tyler Warren and Kenneth Graham, and not who you're happy with they took. I'm saying before this happened, who would you rather have at between those two guys?
Nah, I would definitely pick Kenneth Graham, bro, because I will always want a premium position over a skill position like this. And we needed a D tackle. Zach Sealer did it all by himself last year. So JPS, the Bills will take the division again. Whoop-de-doo. They're still not going to go to a Super Bowl. So
yeah, I mean that's not breaking news, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The Dolphins are a train wreck. Wow.
Surprise, surprise. Newsflash. Like, come on.
Have fun, dog. Have fun taking the remedial division, bro.
Right.
Have fun.
I mean, 13 seconds. Don't make me go down the laundry list. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
All right, we got about 20 more minutes, guys. We're going to ride this out to 10 because, Papa Bear, no homo, guys, but I got to go to bed. I got to be up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to bed. But yeah, man. So I hope we could get to that Steelers pick because now I'm like, okay, we're at 15. We got 20 minutes. You feel me? The Falcons want to fucking slow shit up or whatever. Like take who? There's nobody to take, bro. Just pick anybody. God damn it! Like I need Trez. No disrespect, but I need to see if you're throwing up tonight, dog. I need to see this.
Well, they're speeding up the picks now, so
yeah, I need to see this. I need to see if you're throwing up tonight, buddy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's dope though, because I think he is from Indianapolis, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a local. What's it called? Oh no, he's from Virginia. Never mind, I'll take that back.
Yeah, that Grant pick again. You went back to the Wilkins. It was like, yo, you had that guy, and he
Yeah, he
was just
did.
entering his prime. Like, what? But that's the Dolphin. That is Chris Greer. They don't know how to self evaluate and get ahead of the curve and be like, let's pay this guy
Look,
in year 3 or
here's the thing
4.
that blows my mind with the Dolphins. You have homegrown talent that proves that they are actually talented players, and then you just let them walk. So you can
Yeah.
pay free agents or you can just redraft them. Like, what sense does that make?
It
Just pay your
doesn't.
people.
Exactly.
Like,
And then you go and pay a Ramsey and a Chubb and these guys, and now Ramsey is about to be out. Chubb's been hurt a year and a half. I mean, Tyreek, we don't know what's going on. Was he the next child he's going to hang off about or whatever is he doing, man? It's just like you pay the wrong guys.
It's funny that you bring up Bradley Chubb because I remember when me and Rod did it, we were doing a pod, all right, and then I remember when you guys signed him, and it's not even on some old,
The Chubb?
I told you so. Yeah, because we've been doing this for a while, like we've been doing the show for a long time. So when the episode when Chubb got signed, right, and I know me and Rod, we basically had a discussion, and I said to Rod, I was like, I was cool with it until I went into Broncos Reddit, and nobody in Denver liked Bradley Chubb. They all hated him. And Rod, being the optimist at the time that he was like, what else I got to do, bro? I got to root for the guy, right?
Well, there's a difference in rooting and like I wanted Smith, Roquan Smith.
Yeah,
he went to
Roquan.
the Ravens that year.
yep.
And I'm like, that's the guy that I wanted because he got traded around that same time too. That's the dude I wanted.
But it sucks when you have the good player that you can't keep because you gave money to the player that was just available. Because at that time you guys had the cap space, right? Like
Word.
And
the picks to give.
Yeah, you had the picks to give, and you had the cap space. So hey, you got to spend it, right? And a place like Miami, because of what you guys, the reputation that you guys have to overspend to get somebody to come to Miami.
Word.
I have to overspend. But the irony of, and again, we talked about this earlier, chain reactions. Y'all signing Bradley Chubb did not let you have the ability to sign the better player, which is Christian Wilkins. So now you have to forfeit taking a cornerback because you got to replace Christian Wilkins.
Yep. That just makes no sense. And this is the problem with them. Like, I just don't get it. It's like, fuck, man.
Oh, nah, man. True, man. Don't go Trez on me, man. It look like you about to throw up too, man.
Nah.
Don't go Trez on me, man. I listen.
That's funny.
I can't
No.
I can't have that much vomit on my hands, man. I won't be able to sleep at night, man.
No. I know that.
Come on, man. I care about you, True. Come on, man.
Fair enough. That's why I say let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Damn, Falcons really used the whole 5 minutes, man. Golly, man. Damn, bro. All right, so let's go ahead. We already decided the winner, man. All roads are looking like it is going to 2007 versus 2000 in 1983, man. So, okay, 1983. We already know who's 1983, but to rehash who's in the 1996 draft, 1996 has Jonathan Ogden, Ray Lewis, Marvin Harrison, Brian Dawkins, Terrell Owens, Eddie George, Lloyd Malloy, Teddy Bruschi, Joe Horn, Zach Thomas. That is going against 1983, which has Eric Dickerson, Jim Kelly, John Elway, Dan Marino, Bruce Matthews, Darryl Green, Richard Dent.
The finals is looking like 07 and 83.
I agree.
83. All right, this is a battle, guys. Like, let's really talk about this. Is actually the closest one so far. Like, I get it. You guys are partial because y'all love Dan Marino. But let's really think about this.
Too, Herbie. Zach Thomas is in 96.
Okay, chat. Who y'all think is winning? Because the chat got to have a voice in this one, man. 1996 versus 1983, chat. Again, 1996 has Jonathan Ogden, Ray Lewis, Marvin Harrison, Brian Dawkins, T.O., Mike Allstar, Lloyd Malloy, Teddy Bruschi, Joe Horn, and Zach Thomas. That's some dudes, man.
That's some heat. That's some heat, bro.
That is heat. But 83, most of them are first rounders. To me, that's the difference.
Now,
for me.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You mean first ballot Hall of Fame or first rounder?
First round draft picks who became like you as an organization, you took a chance on a kid, a young man, and he became a Hall of Famer. Like Ray Lewis was in the first round.
Yeah, Ray Lewis was. He was first rounder. So Ray Lewis was first rounder. Jonathan Ogden was a first rounder.
Yes, he
Marvin
was.
Harrison was a first rounder.
Yeah.
I don't think Brian Dawkins was. T.O. was a third rounder.
See what I'm saying?
Zach Thomas was what, fifth rounder?
Fourth or third?
I think,
fifth.
Yeah, I think it was a fourth or fifth rounder. So I get your point, but also the flip side of it is who these guys became or who they guys became, right? So it's basically about, because I get what you're saying. You're saying the draft, like you hit on it, man. All right, so we got Saints fan 12, man. I agree with 83. That draft changed some franchises for years, man. All right, man. I'm fighting the good fight for you, 96, man. But it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good, man. All right, man. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll select 1983, man. Now we got a battle, man.
No, this right here is.
This is a battle because now a lot of these guys are first rounders too. True. All of these guys are first rounders as well. 1983 versus 2007. 2007 has Calvin Johnson, Joe Thomas, Adrian Peterson, Darrelle Revis. Like, I could stop there.
You really could, though. That's the crazy part.
I could stop there. But then I could come back with Marshawn Lynch, Joe Staley, Marshall Yanda, Eric Weddle. That's some stuff in there, man.
Falcons just got, not to cut you off, they got Jalen Walker.
No, yeah, they got Jalen Walker. I saw that. I heard it in the background.
Oh, okay.
I heard it in the background, yo.
Oh,
and then there's some more guys in the NFL draft that 07 has, bro. Like, hold on, man. We got Lawrence Timmons, John Beeson, Greg Olsen.
Forgot about John Beeson. Damn.
Lawyer Lamar Woodley, Ryan Khalil. Like, this draft got some dudes, man. Like Deshaun Golston, who became a really good player, a good safety for the 49ers. Like, this 07 got some heat, man. 07 got some heat, man.
They do. I'm still going 83.
83.
Hey. All right, so shout out to Trez, man. My homeboy, a Falcons fan, he hype right now. Listen, I don't blame him because the thing is the Falcons need defense, bro. Like, they could just go defense this whole draft, right? They have Bijan, they have Drake London, they got Kyle Pitts. They have a quarterback that looked like he has a chance to be a good player. So
I like Penix.
So just focus on defense the whole way through, man. The whole way through. F it. All right, but 16. To settle the beef once and for all, man, chat, man, who y'all got? 83 or 2007, man? Y'all deciding the ultimate winner of the best draft class of all time, man. 07 to 83.
What you got?
I'm 07 all the way. I've been 07 for the longest. 07 till I die. Like my favorite running back of all time, my favorite player of all time is in this draft. Like, I have a personal relationship with 2007 because 2007 was the advert of two things, right? I was old enough to fully understand the draft while also being at the same time super invested in the draft. So I was super into the draft, but a lot of the dudes, I wasn't old enough to follow the pipeline of watching them in college. So I didn't grow up with them, right? Like, a lot of the dudes that were born that was in the 2007 draft, they're born in between like 1988 and 1989. I'm born in 89. So I grew up with these guys. I seen them in the recruiting. I remember hearing about Adrian Peterson because I think like Adrian Peterson like was 05 class or something like that. So I remember hearing about Adrian Peterson at Palestine, Texas. And I'm like, yo, I got to look up the rivals, bro. Who's the number one recruit in the nation? It's this dude named Adrian Peterson out of Palestine, Texas. Let me go on YouTube and look him up. And I said, oh, my God, this dude is a monster. How is he allowed to play like this? Like,
No.
You know, it is kind of funny how Florida and Texas have like a talent rivalry.
Oh, 100%. So it's just, and then you got, so basically I grew up with it. And then I seen Adrian Peterson. I seen a Calvin Johnson at Georgia Tech, right? Like I seen all of these dudes. I seen a Jamarcus Russell at LSU. And I'm like, I wouldn't take him number one overall, but hey, I'm not Al Davis, man. Live your life, dog.
Live your life.
Live your life. But I'm very partial to 07. But dude, Darrell Revis, man, like Revis, like Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas has like 13 Pro Bowls, man. Like Joe Thomas was the left tackle of his generation. Like this,
a lot of these guys are really like
the player of their generation
ever at their position.
Ever at their positions.
Revis, like, Adrian Peterson. Like you could just go like, come on, bro.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Patrick fucking Willis. My bad. He's in that draft too. Patrick Willis is in the 07 draft. What are we doing? Y'all, hey man, y'all gonna have to fight me about this one, man. I'm sorry, man. Y'all gonna have to fight. Hey, chat, man, who y'all got, man? Yeah, keep it real, chat. Don't be caping. Don't let nostalgia get y'all, chat. Go ahead, put them sevens in the chat. Go ahead,
man,
chat.
Listen, man, this is all nostalgia, man. What you mean?
Oh man, so y'all know how I feel, man. All right, the pick is in.
Cardinals on the board. I'm actually interested. I'm invested in the Steelers now, Herbie. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
We not making my 10 cutoff, man. But it is what it is, bro. We close enough, dog. I need to go get me something to drink, man. All right, so I'll be back. Y'all boys hold it down real quick.
Yes, sir. Yeah, true.
No, I'm waiting for the Steelers. Like you, I'm waiting for the Steeler pick. I want to see if dude throws up for real.
Hey, Trees, man, we rooting for you, man.
Yeah.
He said something about. He said he would rather have Dart for quarterback.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not mad at that.
Nah, me neither.
No, I mean, there's two football teams other than the Dolphins that I got the utmost respect for. It's the Giants and the Steelers. For real. Those two. I'm a Giant. They're my cousins. I don't root for them, but I respect them. And the Steelers, they're a great organization. 3 head coaches since 1970. That's crazy. Like 10 losing seasons since 1970. That's crazy. So
nah, man. I mean, look, bro. Anybody who's followed football, the Steelers kind of remind me of. I don't know if I want to call them like the Lakers or the Celtics of football, but they're pretty close, right? Like they're one of the cherished franchises of football.
Exactly.
Up there with the Cowboys, what the Patriots became under Tom Brady. So, nah, man, the Steelers, you know, they're a franchise that'll stand the test of time, and they're a well-run organization. Yep. Something I am 100%, and you probably are 100% envious of.
Absolutely.
You know, I would love to see our franchise, you know, ran by people who actually care. Not to completely knock Stephen Ross. You know, Stephen Ross has showed enough money to try to make things happen, but listen. I don't listen. You can only do with with the people you hire, right? And he hasn't really been able to find the right people, and that's something that's not always easy to do, right? We see several franchises fail at this every year. Mm-hmm. So,
no, that's true, but. Yeah, like you said, the way they run their organization, their identity. Their identity never changes. Never changes. It's like blue collar, punch you in the mouth. This is what we do. We might sprinkle in an A/B. You know, obviously the game evolves that's where you got to take the game. But at the end of the day, it's black and blue. We punch you in your face, and that's what it is. And I respect that. I really do. So, I mean,
no.
But you know, they do need a quarterback though, because they got who they going again with right now? right now? Is Rudolph?
They let go of Fields and Wilson.
Right, but now they going back with Mason Rudolph. Like, come
I
on, we
believe
know
so.
what that is. We know what that is. So it's interesting to see what they do. But I think that's with Mike. I'm a big Mike Tomlin fan. Big Mike Tomlin fan. Him and that might be a good spot for Shador if they do go that way. But I like Dart. I do like Dart. I like he's a big
Well,
dude.
what
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say is when we were talking about Shador the first time we brought him up, I was saying like I figured that he wasn't gonna go top 10, but I could picture him like Shador going to the Steelers to me would not be I mean, depending on who you like at quarterback, that's different. But
Right.
for me, Shador is talented enough to go to a team like the Steelers and actually have success. I think it wouldn't be like Kenny Pickett. Like I don't think if
Exactly.
the Steelers get Shador, it'll be another Kenny Pickett situation. I think they're actually a great organization because he can come in. They'll have a decent offensive line. They have a defense that we know has excellent players, right? Like TJ Watt. So
Minka.
Minka, a guy we lost.
I'm
Thanks to his.
sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up.
Yeah, nah, listen, bro. It is what it is. The Dolphins love giving away great players. That's what we do. And he was
Yeah,
pissed off because of Flores at the time, too.
I know, but he was only in
So,
his second year. He was like, "Yo, shut up! You ain't going nowhere." That's how I would
no,
have.
it's true. It's true. We
That's
should have
how.
kept him. But listen,
Word.
he went to the Steelers. It's been better served for it. Obviously, he's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
needs some more
no doubt.
success,
Yeah, no
But
doubt. And he's a Jersey kid, so I'm like, but nah. But I'm he's an excellent player. But no, I got respect to what they do. Now, whether they're in a tough division with obviously the Ravens,
That's the
the
Bengals.
Bengals. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, all right, but they got the
Well,
great coach.
that's the only other caveat too. If you're gonna draft a quarterback, if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, you
Hmm.
gotta draft somebody who you believe, and I'm talking about the organization, you can compete with Burrow and Lamar. Because at the end of the day, this is a quarterback-driven league.
Word.
So now I'll be honest. Do I think Shador could compete with Burrow and Lamar? Obviously, he wouldn't be able to do it early, but I don't know if he'll ever reach that level. I
I agree
don't
with
know.
that. I
I
agree.
think he would always be the third best quarterback of those two guys in the division if those two guys are there.
No, that
So you just got to ask yourself that question.
right,
Right?
right. I mean, shit. The bar is set high.
Yeah.
Lamar is a two-time MVP, right?
Mhm.
Burrow's been to two AFC championships and a Super Bowl.
Yep.
That's a high bar
Threw
for
for
you to
40 touchdowns last year, bro.
word.
Both of those guys had MVP caliber seasons.
Now I gotta let it go. If we had tanked right, that would have been our guy. But whatever.
Dude, it's crazy how that worked out, right? It was
Yeah,
tanked for Tua, and we still got Tua,
yeah,
and we're not
yeah,
happy.
exactly. But see, that's what you get with messing with the football gods. That's what
Facts,
you
bro.
get. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And it's like, but I mean, the Grant pick, I'm not totally mad at that, but there's so many holes. It's like we got defensive tackle issues, right? You only have Zeeler, right? And
Yep.
Benito Jones. I mean, whatever. We ain't got a corner. It could have been. This is where the Dolphins were in a funny place. Like some teams like to draft for need or the best player. For us, it didn't matter. Need might match best player. Best player might match need. So
Right.
it was a need. Also, I mean, they had him later in the first, but I'm not totally mad at that. The dude's motor doesn't stop. It reminds me of Christian Wilkins, his play. Like Christian Wilkins would always run down the field, like and just tackle people.
Yeah.
That's what this dude. And he grabbed Josh
And
Allen's
and you
nutsack
look
here
at
and
the
there.
measurables too. Like, dude, like Kenneth Grant is a 330-pound mountain of a man.
Word.
Like he is a mammoth dog.
Yeah.
You know what I
Nah.
mean?
Yup.
So
Yeah.
you want a guy like that on your line right next to a guy like Sealer. Like
Yeah.
I'm happy with the pick, man.
Yeah.
We'll see how it plays out. Like we always,
Right.
that's the thing with the draft. You don't know until these guys get on the field.
Exactly. You might not even know for 2 or 3 years down the road. So, but the trench need it was definitely on both sides of the ball. So, and there
Yep.
are some corners available on free agent. You got I mean they're older, Gilmore and Asante Jr. So you might be able to help there, but there's just too many holes to be able to fix it all in a pick or two. So,
Depending on who gets picked between now and when our next pick is, I wouldn't be surprised if we go corner, like after going DT.
Yeah.
right? Like maybe there's a corner they might like. I don't know if Jadae Barron will be there, but there might be some good guys on day 2, right?
No, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean,
Oh,
the
the
defense had
Bengals
them.
just got Shamar Stewart. Okay.
All right, and they needed help on defense,
Badly, man.
Yeah.
Badly. Like, bro, think about this. The Bengals last year had the offense. I mean, Joe Burrow and
Word.
fucking Jamar Chase had elite seasons, and
But
they didn't make the playoffs.
exactly.
Right. So
They had to put up 40 plus points to and sometimes they lost, which
yeah.
was, which was crazy, but in that division, that's a tough division too.
All right. So speaking of that division, you guys can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I wanted to get in because I just got back. I had to get something to drink, but I'm super interested. Did this thing reverse my camera or whatever? The hell? Whatever. The Shamar Stewart one, man. This is an interesting one, dog. I'm not gonna hold you. Because he only had 1 sack last year. And then I looked up where he's from.
Uh-oh.
He's from Miami Gardens. You can't trust him. You can't trust him, Stewart. Trees, don't worry, man. The Bengals just got worse, Trez. The Bengals just got worse. He from Miami Gardens. You ain't got to worry about him.
Yo,
he got 1 sack.
He had Tootsies.
He's going to be at Tootsies. He's going to be at Tootsies.
Damn, he had 1 sack last year?
He had 1 sack last year. Yeah. He's
damn.
So basically think of Trayvon Walker from the Jaguars, who got drafted, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, where everything about him was just the physical traits.
Right.
But if you looked at the production with Trayvon Walker, when you looked at him at Georgia, I think he only had like 3 or 4 sacks. There's like, how can you take this dude number 1 overall if he only had like 4 or 5 sacks? And he didn't really even do all the dirty work. He was somebody who got to benefit from an incredible Georgia defensive line. Think about who was on that defensive line at the time. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, like all these guys that are on the fucking Eagles. What's up? What's up?
Breathe.
What's up? So that's how Shamar Stewart is, right? So everything is about, when it comes to Shamar Stewart, is the idea. Now, all jokes aside, if you are going to go somewhere, it'll be dope to go somewhere that has a team like Trey Hankerson, if Trey Hankerson is there next year, because he is somebody who could teach you how to be a professional pass rusher, right?
Right.
So I do like the pick, but 1 pick is crazy. I mean, 1 sack is crazy. For
That's
all
crazy.
that he can do, that's crazy. 1 sack? 1 sack? So that you need that instincts when you're a pass rusher, right? Like, okay, my plan A didn't work. What's my plan B? And then I have a plan C. And then just the instincts for the position where it's like, oh, I got to just make a play and I got to dip or I got to bend at the right time. So 1 sack for a guy that's going in the first round who played a lot of snaps is pretty crazy. So we'll see. We'll see. We almost there, baby.
We almost there, man. We're gonna see. And listen, let me tell you something. If the Steelers don't get Shador, he's probably not going till tomorrow, man. I don't know who's really gonna take him.
Oh, if he'll go to the Steelers, no.
It's grits.
Because the Saints say they like Jackson Dart. Like the Saints went out of their way to tell everybody, hey, bruh, the only dude we taking is Jackson Dart. So don't even try. Don't even Photoshop him on our team. That's how the Saints was acting. They told every insider they didn't want Shador Sanders. They went out of their way. They said don't Photoshop him. Don't put him with don't have him no pictures with no Lil Wayne. Nothing. He's not coming here. Don't even waste your time. Save the megabytes. You don't need it. Save the megabytes. You don't need it. All right, man. Let's see how it's taking, man.
The pick is in.
Loco, man, if you in the chat, man, let us know who you want, man. Your team is up next, my boy.
I wonder what the Bucks need, man. They had a pretty damn good season last year. Baker went off.
Listen,
45.
I gotta leave that to Loco, man. He is the Bucks fan. He knows for sure. Hey, we ain't gonna talk about you ducking the smoke though, Loco. Yeah, you see them Panthers got in y'all ass the other day. I had text you about that, but you ain't say nothing. But it's cool though. It's cool.
Let's go,
cool.
Florida Panthers.
Yeah, we put a foot
I
up
gotta get a
on your.
refill. I'll be right back.
You good?
Yes,
You
sir.
good?
Oh, they got Gray Zabe. Also, they got them a lineman. Got them a guard.
We up 2-0 against. We up against 2-0 against the Lightning. Oh, okay. Okay. We up 2-0. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we not scared of the Lightning no more, man. Yeah, we the big bro now. The big bro
Defending
living.
champ.
The big bro live in Sunrise Boulevard. What's up, man? The big bro is on Oakland Boulevard, Panther Parkway. What's up, man? Yeah. We the big bro now, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, all eyes is on the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. This is crazy. Like,
You know what? I wonder how the Shador fans, they must be on suicide watch right now.
see, the thing is, this is the good thing about draft coverage is for the past 2 days, they have been ESPN, I would say, has gone out of their way to basically crystallize the point that Shador might not go in the first round. So people are not as shocked, right? Like, and this is the messed up thing about the media is the media has so much influence on conversations and how people react to things and how people should think, right? Like, we've had our back and forth about how we think Shador is or what we think Shador is, but ultimately what cannot be lost is that Shador was never going in the top 10. Never. Like, what happens is that the media throws out stuff because they know that it's going to get a lot of coverage, a lot of attention. Shador Sanders is a hot topic. People want to talk about Shador Sanders. People want to talk about Deion Sanders. Cool. We'll say he's going to get mocked to the Giants. You know what happens? A bunch of people are going to think that he's going to the Giants. Then you say, oh, we don't think the Giants should take him. Now you have them same people saying, oh, y'all just racist. Why y'all want to say Shador? Cool. Shador's not going to go to the Giants, but he's going to go to the Saints. Then, oh, Shador's not going to the Saints. Oh, y'all just racist. Why y'all don't want to take Shador? Now it's Shador's not going in the first round possibly. Y'all just racist. Why y'all don't want to take Shador in the first round? But they have been conditioned to accept it. Like, if there was no conversation leading up to this, it would be a bloodbath on social media right now. It would be a bloodbath. We can't post a video about Shador and just saying, hey, we think he's good but not great and not get killed in our comments, right? You see the comments.
Oh, I seen them. Yeah. They be coming for us, but they be coming for our neck.
And I hate
Listen,
doing
man,
it because
I have my opinion, dog. And guess what? We said he wasn't going to be a top 10 pick. What happened?
Like
we did that before the media started.
We did that before because we just evaluated it based off of, again, our Monday pod that we did on Monday. The whole episode was traits versus skills. Like, that was the whole episode. We talked about what the draft wanted. I went into that podcast. I went into the episode doing the research, saying, hey, having an idea, having a preconceived notion, thinking that the NFL evolves and changes and always has a moving target on the type of quarterback archetype that is looking for, whether it's a pocket passer, whether it's the mobile guy, whether it's this type of person, whether it's a white guy, whether it's a black guy, whether it's a dude with a high top, whether it's a dude with dreads, what the fuck ever. I thought the NFL changed and changes and has a evolving, fluid, liquid version of a quarterback prospect. That was not the case. I went back to 1980. Rob went back to 1980. The NFL has always told you what it wanted. You better be 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". You better be 230 pounds. If you're not, you better do something exceptional. You have to have an exceptional trait. You have to have exceptional pedigree. Kyler Murray is 5'10", 5'11". Kyler Murray could throw it 80 yards.
And scramble like a motherfucker.
And
Yeah,
scramble
exactly.
like a motherfucker.
Exactly.
He has elite traits. Bryce Young, if you go back and look at his stuff, Bryce Young is the most ultimate outlier. But Bryce Young won a Heisman Trophy. It was compared to Steph Curry. Yes, there's exceptions to the rule, but the rule, a large part is we want a 6'5" dude that has a strong arm, bro. That's 235 pounds. Shador never fit inside of that. Shador didn't have the prototype size, and Shador had none of the elite traits. Those guys don't go in the top 10. People, like, I had somebody say, oh, what about Daniel Jones? Daniel Jones is 6'5", 230 pounds with a strong arm, and he got clocked going 23 miles per hour. Just because he's an uncoordinated, bubbling fool does not mean he's not a great athlete. Like, go look at Daniel Jones next to normal human beings. He is huge.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
He's a huge prototype quarterback. I watched him at UNC. I knew he was terrible. I knew he was garbage. I wouldn't have took him. Plenty of people said that he shouldn't have gone that high. Todd McShay said, I'm shocked. The Giants are the only team that actually had him. And that's another thing, too. Just because one team decides to do something stupid doesn't mean that's how the NFL feel. The Giants were the only team that was taking Daniel Jones.
He went to the
I can't believe
Manning
somebody
camp.
thought they were spitting when they said that, bro. Shut the hell up, man.
So we got to stop trying to. It's not a 1-to-1. It's not apples to apples, man. Wow. Okay, Loco, you just took Chris Godwin's replacement. How do you feel about that, my boy?
You know what? I won't say that I watched film on him. I really just kind of watched highlights. He had some good highlights to me. He had some good highlights to me, man. And Mecca, listen, man, when you see nigga.
All right, man, Loco, how you feel about that, man?
How you feel about it, Greg?
So Godwin's gone.
No, he just signed an extension.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he just signed an extension. Yeah,
he got hurt last year.
Yeah, he's coming off the ankle injury.
Yeah.
Damn, Baker just dropped. Baker threw 45 touchdowns, man. How many more touchdowns y'all think he gonna throw, man?
Bro, that is pretty crazy. Baker threw 45 touchdowns, bro. Sam Darnold threw 39. Like, we had a ridiculous season last year, guys. Like, I don't think people really. Yeah, last year was pretty crazy. Like, we didn't really like. There's gonna be like people are gonna say Baker threw 45. What? Yeah, man. Yeah.
Good for him though. You know, he got axed in Cleveland and he found a home. And he found a home in Tampa. And they went to the playoffs a couple of years, so good for him.
The messed up thing about his exit from Cleveland was the fact that he was playing hurt. Like, he had a torn labrum.
Yeah, torn labrum.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
They just didn't have the patience to stick it out. And you know what? You want to know? You want to know what Cleveland did? I'll tell you what Cleveland did. They fucking went and got Deshaun Watson and gave him a $233 million fully guaranteed contract. And got nothing. But got nothing from this man.
Insane.
They paid a guy $233 million just for backups to come in and look better. That's insane, bro. That's nasty work, dog. That's nasty work.
That's crazy. Like, the funny thing about it is, man, they got the worst owner who means well.
That's the messed up part.
That's the messed up part. He's trying. He's just incompetent. That sucks, man. That sucks, man.
Sounds familiar.
Right, who am I to judge, man?
Yeah. Exactly, yo. Then I'm gonna sound like Shay, yo.
Okay, so the Broncos are up. I think the Broncos might take Amarion Hampton. So I'm gonna pose a question. If Amarion Hampton goes to the Broncos and Amarion Hampton has a Rookie of the Year season, what would that say about the Ashton Jitsi pick? If somebody got a running back got drafted 20 and end up being better than the guy that got drafted 6.
I think people would find your video about Trent Richardson. Actually, Trent Richardson.
Hey, the worst part about this is that it paints me like I'm an Ashton Jitsi hater when that's not the. See, okay, that is something that I've realized about doing this. If you don't say you are absolutely emphatic about a person, people think you don't like that person.
For real,
it's weird.
Like Herbie, the selective hearing people have nowadays is crazy. You could give someone their flowers and give critiques, and fuck the flowers, nigga. They throw them shits out the window. All they hear is the critiques. I'm sorry. I don't want to kiss your daughter's feet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to give massages to some of these players that I just don't feel the same way about.
And the crazy part is like I like okay. So the Ashton Jitsi Trent Richardson video. That we had this one dude commenting talking about, oh well, this is the thing, and you should have came to the conclusion like this. And I was at work, like I was like, I can't do this, bro. Like, this is a person who has nothing to lose. Like I got shit to do at work, so I'll leave it alone. But the part that blew my mind was, I'm not making a conclusion on Ashton Jitsi. I'm not saying he's gonna be Trent Richardson. I literally ended the video with saying he is going to be a better player than Trent Richardson. Because guess what? It's not hard to be a better player than Trent Richardson. He's one of the greatest draft busts of all time. The bar is very fucking low.
Herbie, what's so wrong with a buyer beware warning, dog? That's all it was. Buyer beware. You might get Trent. You might get a fucking, super.
You might get who Trent was supposed to be. Fact. We don't know.
We don't know.
But the point was, the conversation about Ashton Jitsi is eerily similar to the conversation about Trent Richardson. That's why I did the blind reveal and did the blind draft profiles. And I tripped both of you up. I tripped the chat up. Because it was...
I went 1 for 4 on that trivia, yo.
Because it was so similar. And that was the point. It wasn't making no declaration on why. No, it was, this reminds me of how people talked about Trent Richardson. So, and to basically say what happens before the draft does not matter. It matters about what you are once you get into the league. That's what we said about Shedeur Sanders. Where you get drafted does not fucking matter, man. Once you're in NFL, you're in NFL.
You're in the league. Once you're in the league, you're in the league.
You're a part of that 1,500. There's 1,500 players in the NFL. Where you get drafted is irrelevant. The only difference is that you're gonna make less money. That's it. You'll get that on the back end on the second contract, man.
Word, yep.
If you're good enough. So people take the draft like the ultimate disrespect, man. Like, this is crazy. It's crazy. All right, we almost there, baby. We almost there. We almost there, man.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Waiting for it, man, dude. It's gonna be crazy. Yo, Shedeur don't get drafted by the Steelers, man. I'm gonna be like, damn. Or if they draft another quarterback.
That'd be crazy.
Yo, if they take Jackson Dart, that'd be wild. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hey, Trees, that's what Trees wanted.
I know that's what Trees said he wanted, man, but that'd be crazy.
Trees is like, yeah, that would be crazy though. That would be crazy though.
I got my Steeler fans out there. BB, Isaac.
And people can't pull the race car with if
Frank.
it's the Steelers that get Jackson Dart, because that's the Rooney family. Like,
you think they're not gonna pull the race car? You be honest, man. You
remember, I know they will.
Shedeur fans are not NFL fans, man. They don't know nothing about the NFL, dog. Like, they're Shedeur fans. They're Dion fans, man.
The pick is in.
All right.
They got the little people.
Let's go ahead and get it, man. So, all right, man. Who the Broncos taking?
Make a wish.
Shedeur fans are not fans of football, but they don't have no concept. Like, they're not used to this. They're not. they're not a part of the process of the draft. They don't know how the draft goes, bro. So that's why they're taking this shit over very, very, very personally.
Oh, they got damn man.
Barron.
Y'all added
corner.
more defense. Y'all
I was
had the
just gonna
third-ranked
say.
defense last
Who
year.
cares, man? Who cares, man?
Woo, man. The
And
Broncos are trying to suffocate
And
people.
he's
Yo, man.
perfect for this position because he doesn't have to be on the outside. You can put him in the inside, or you can put him
Yup.
as an extra nickel.
Which is
so
where he
got
really
extra.
excelled too.
Yeah. Because you got Pat Surtain on the outside, so you good,
Yup.
bro.
Ooh, damn. The Broncos are trying to. The Broncos are saying you ain't trying to. Y'all ain't throwing nothing on us, boy.
But that's good for
Damn, how
that
badly
that
do we need to
division too.
suffocate passing
Right.
offenses?
Exactly. In that division too, you got Mahomes and Herbert.
Yeah. That's a really good pick for him. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, that is a good pick for sure.
Yeah,
And they
that's
took
really
him
good.
over Will Johnson still on the board, right?
Yeah, that's right. Will Johnson was not picked first. That's crazy.
Well, I guess they might have based it on like maybe how
Yeah,
they
because it wouldn't make sense because we already have Riley Moss on the outside.
Right.
We already have Pat Surtain, who just won Defensive Player of the Year.
Yep.
So Will Johnson doesn't make sense for us because at
And
the end
this
of the day,
kid is
Jahdae
more
Burke-
versatile.
Yeah, he gives him more versatility for sure.
Yeah.
Vance
He-
Joseph, man.
That's nice.
Former Dolphins defensive coordinator finding success on another team. Shocker. Shocker.
That's Joseph out there?
Shocker.
Yeah, it's Vance Joseph. Yeah.
We dropped 70 on this man's defense, and his defense last year, he ain't dropping
Yeah.
70 on them. No, sir.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Let's go. The climax for us.
Word.
It'll be hilarious if Shador gets drafted after we get off, though.
Oh nah, we this it. This is it. It's over. I'm out of here, man. Y'all could keep live streaming. I'm gone. Adios. You don't realize how old it is until you start looking at the clock after 9 o'clock, man. That's when it hits you, man. You an old man. That's when you like, boy, I'm old, man.
Oh shit. Look, they panning on that.
See, this is the part I hate, bro. Why y'all putting that camera on that man if he ain't going up, man? Come on, man.
Yeah. That's tough.
All right, man. Here we go, man.
Because if you don't go here, there's a long fall.
Yeah, because
right?
the Steelers don't got a second round pick, so it's like if they're gonna take a quarterback, they have to take one.
So wait, who's best
And
available?
Tree said, man, fingers crossed, man. My fingers are crossed with you, brother.
So Tree stop. Who's he? He's a Steeler fan, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
he's a Steelers fan. Yeah.
Was he one?
He didn't really
who do you
specify,
want?
but if we
Yeah,
were
who do
talking
you want,
quarterback,
man? Who you want, man?
If your fingers are crossed, for what?
Trees, who you want, brother?
True, I think your cousin was still in the chat. I think I saw it.
BB, what you want? Talk to me. Come on, Isaac. If you out there, Frank, talk to me. You know.
All right, man. Here we go. That's it.
Pick is in. Ooh, man. Why do I feel like it's not going to be the quarterback?
Harmon.
Yep, they got Harmon.
Derek Harmon.
Oh, yeah. Shador, see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Shador.
see you tomorrow, man. Yeah, see you tomorrow, brother. See you tomorrow, brother.
Oh,
you know, I heard that today earlier. They were like, yo, I don't see them taking a quarterback. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Hey, Trees, you got your wish, bro.
You got exactly who you wanted, man.
You got exactly who you wanted, dog.
There's my cuz. I knew they were going defense. Fair enough. Enough. That's what they do. That's what they do. And I respect them. They stay true.
You know
to,
what? You know what happened, man? I think they learned something from the Kenny Pickett pick, right? Because they felt the pressure to take a quarterback. And remember, like, this is why I hate when people react to people being bust. Oh, blah, blah, how could... No, if you go back and look at that draft, everybody told the Steelers they needed to take a quarterback. Everybody was like, hey, Kenny Pickett, he plays in Pittsburgh. He went to Pittsburgh.
Yep.
It's a great, it makes sense. Kenny Pickett lasted a year. Like, so I think they learned from that experience. It's like, bro, we're not going to get bullied into taking somebody we don't actually love again, bro. We're not doing it.
Don't force it if it don't
Fair
fit,
enough.
right?
You're the one that got to deal with it. You got to live with it.
Nah, they did it with the running back. Everybody said they didn't take a running back. What was the running back they got?
Najee Harris.
They did it with Najee Harris too. Everybody said, "Oh, you gotta take a running back. Get a running back." They took Najee Harris.
Didn't work out.
Did it with Kenny Pickett.
What I respect them though is they moved off of Pickett quick. They were like, okay,
yeah, for sure.
I respect that. You know, my team would have been like, oh, we just need to do this around him and do that. And 6 years later,
Yeah, they would give him Pickett 3 more years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, man. If Jalen Milroe not here, then go there. Why the hell? Why he at the draft then? If you
Bad
not
info.
Yeah,
somebody
if you're not going to the
this
Steelers,
man.
bro. Then why you at the draft, dog? Like,
It'd be funny if the Steelers was like, "Yeah, bro, you should come out, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Celebrate."
That man got he got a chrome heart tuxedo on, man. He spent bread to look nice out here, man. Why he here, man? Hey, all right, I guess, man. All right, with that though, man. Appreciate y'all boys, man, for doing this with us, man.
Word,
2-hour live stream. Everybody in the chat, bro. We appreciate everybody that was supporting us. Everybody for the contributions, the comments, being a part of the conversation. It was a great time, man. Those 2 hours flew by, bro. So I appreciate y'all doing this with me, man. I love both of y'all, man. Thank you so much, guys.
Appreciate you, Herb. Appreciate you, True, coming on. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Always showing love, the community, man. Hey, we almost at 900 subs. 1K coming soon.
Can't wait for that, man.
Yeah,
I might shed a tear, dog. I might shed a tear, man.
Big facts.
All right, man. With y'all, let's do that, man. Deuces, man. See y'all, man. See y'all. Adios, muchachos.
Peace.
Hey, cuzzo.
Oh, my bad.
Shout out to the chat. Man.
Shout out to the chat, man.
Thanks, man. 12. Appreciate you, man. All
right, man. Deuces. All right.